We here. What we got? See, with me, everybody I with, I know if they gonna tell or not. Adam, tell it. Adam, ain't you telling?
I'm telling.
He tell it. So guess what? I don't do nothing around Adam to tell. Now, I might bait you in to try to come over here to kill me. I might bait you in to try to come kill me, right? With Adam standing right there, because he gonna tell.
Ask Adam why he's not going to the trial. Because listen, if I pop up to LA, you know, of course I'm gonna come do
Adam will go with you.
Wack show. You know if I'm there, I gotta do the Adam.
Adam will go with you to the Little Dirt trial.
I'll go.
Adam is not going with you to the Little Dirt trial.
Oh.
Adam will go.
I'm OTF. Free Dirt. Free the killers.
Yeah.
Free all the killers.
Adam will go with you, bro. 600 to go with you too. I just don't. No, they won't. I promise you they won't. Courtrooms. You love courtrooms. I'll send some people to the courtroom.
6ix9ine's my correspondent. Hold on, I'm gonna call you right back.
Now that'd be wild if 6ix9ine popped up in the courtroom.
Holy shit, look at that sex position. I've never seen that. He even like.
Oh, that's a broad in the broad.
Yeah, I couldn't even explain
that
this.
Bitch is flexible. Eating her.
That's crazy. Hey, shout out to Remy Raw because I'm impressed by your moves.
I can barely see the shit, but I can see he got somebody. So this is how they entertain each other. This is the conversations that these guys are having. That's disheartening. Out of your doggy style. Bro. The other broad is a ballerina on top of her. He hitting her while he eating up. Yeah, that's crazy.
I shot with this girl a couple weeks ago. I didn't know she had this level of game.
Because you didn't bring it out of her.
Might just bookmark that. Might bookmark that.
You ain't the guy that causes the use of lube for micro tears.
Yeah, for micro tear.
That's what. So basically, he's taking a shot at the fact that Lennon needed a lube that took care of micro tears after being with Jason Love, and Wack is taking a shot at ADAM22 for that.
Your wife making a macro.
Your wife? Wack is definitely disrespecting ADAM22 and his wife right now. She said that, ain't she? Said
it was a long time ago. I don't know. What's going on? How you feeling?
Adam doesn't even want to talk about that. Man, all kind of shit going on, bro. Listen, I just told Act, if I was Atlanta, I would have a personal beef with you because Act went on a rant with the Ratlanta shit.
Yes.
This shit going on in this KVD trial.
Whole new level?
Whole new level of ratting. So Wack wants to make sure we talk about Keefe D and not the fact that he's in big use paperwork. Okay, let's get into this.
But it's old heads as opposed to like the thug thing was like all the most lit street rappers.
But it's old heads that did it at a time to where it was supposed to have been that.
Right.
Then they got dudes getting up there thinking they gonna troll the DA. And the DA said, well, didn't you tell here? We got your statement. Like, yo, some dude named Dirt Rock from Compton Crip. You know that dude? I guess he from their neighborhood. Like, but the level of look, the most the Keefe D said, they said, well, where's D-Mac? I can go find and locate him. Where you want me to put him? Bro, the level of telling and the people he's telling on, he's telling on the people that we all know that you never hear about. He's telling, but he's been doing it. This is why I've been saying.
But how does that even like benefit him? It would benefit him to make a deal behind the scenes to get time knocked off or to get a good deal because he's turning in a bunch of people. Why is he just naming and shaming them in court?
He got caught with a gallon of PCP and 2 keys of cocaine. That's life.
Recently?
No, back then.
Oh, but that he beat that, right?
No,
like, he told to get away. Yeah.
He told.
A gallon of PCP sounds amazing, by the way.
Bro, amazing.
That's a large percentage.
Amazing?
Well,
nigga, listen.
Jadakiss, I'm about to get a gallon of water. I really thought he was getting a gallon of water.
What?
I know.
You didn't know what water was?
It was a long time. I was like in high school.
But your white boys, y'all probably, PCP is a black drug.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
No, listen, nobody could claim the manufacturer of PCP, but that's a fact.
How do you make it?
I mean, I don't know how to make it.
I'll watch a doc tonight.
R&B like he doesn't know how to make it. Wack was never a trapper at all. He wasn't a gangster. He wasn't a killer. He was the unfortunate child of addicts.
I feel like that's what they do together.
This all I'm gonna tell you. This all I'm gonna tell you. Anybody black you see with a bunch of pink burn marks was cooking PCP.
You think that's what's on Mimo 600's face?
It blew up.
Oh.
It explodes.
I was just kidding. Shout out to Mimo. I had to do that. Nah, but damn, yeah. All right, so let's not do PCP. That's number one. So basically, what's your prediction? KPD's going down for the shit or not?
Hey, bro, I hope he goes to jail now.
Okay.
Because the telling that then came out, he would have to move to Alaska, bro.
Really?
He would have bro. I knew he did some telling because we knew he had a proffer. But even R&B, it was so much telling for so.
This is where R&B gets put into the mix because, well, even R&B. So now if KPD wants to take aim at R&B, he has all right to because R&B is now in the mix. For whatever reason, Wack deemed it appropriate to put R&B into the situation.
She was like, is this a script or some shit? He's just like, they said, okay, what you do with the Tupac gun? He said,
and I have a hard time believing that R&B thinks anything's a script. She lives with Wack and she watched the most lies and plays get set up out of anybody in our space, in our universe. So that needs to be, taken care of as well too. Pay attention to that. Boys, that room needs to be clean. Have base around the whole house. The baseboards need to be wiped down. The floor needs to, well, don't worry about it. I'm off the floor. But the baseboards needs to be wiped down. Underneath the bed needs to be clean. That room needs to be clean like when the maids came in and did y'all room. Y'all haven't had it clean like that since she's did it. I get that she's a maid, but is she your maid or is she my maid? So who needs to clean up their room? So all the stuff that y'all have stuck under the beds, clean out everything in that closet. Take everything out that fucking closet. If you can't fit it, put it in a bag and put it right there. Everything needs to be appropriate. All the new clothes you have that you've already worn, have they been washed? Okay, so they need to be put away separate from the clothes that you already had. Do you have new clothes that you haven't worn? So you need to have 3 stacks of clothes. The clothes you haven't worn, the new clothes that you've worn once that's been washed, and then the new clothes you have that's been worn more than once in a different pile. Do you understand that? Don't repeat nothing. Y'all have so many clothes. There's no need to repeat an outfit. I don't want to see you in nothing that you've already worn to school. Do you like to go shopping? Do you like to have all these clothes? Okay, so don't repeat the same thing. In that room, when I say needs to be clean, it needs to be clean. Behind the back, everything, on those dressers and everything. Don't hide nothing. Don't stuff nothing. The drawers need to be clean. Clean up my house the way it needs to be clean. My bad, y'all. Parenting.
Parked the Cadillac over here. We left it on the front tire. Right? He said, who shot? This dude shot. Then we got back. We did this. And then this dude was selling drugs to this dude and this. And I'm sitting there like, what the? He trying to fry Puffy, but Puffy never dealt with him direct.
See, I heard that one, that he's out here basically saying that, was he the one who said it or did somebody else say that Diddy put money up?
He said Diddy's supposed to give him $1 million.
But that doesn't really do much unless there's actual proof that the transaction took place, right?
The guy Diddy supposed to gave it to Zip died 11 years ago.
Okay.
He's dead. Everybody's pretty much dead.
I know.
So
that's why it's so insane this trial's happening in the first place.
I'm hearing that Lil Al's supposed to come down, which is Lil Al is in there for 3 murders. 2 murders. Baby Lane, the dude that allegedly killed Tupac. He got killed having a shootout with somebody else. They killed each other. Lil Al just happened to be the driver. So, but he's a real reputable dude, but they saying he's coming down to get on the stand. These days, bro, I don't put this. Why I be at home with my woman, bro, because she got something to lose if I lose. And over the years, I've come to realize she crazy.
He has everything to lose if you lose, because R&B has nothing. What up, Giving Life?
Crazier than me.
She's crazier than you.
Yeah, it ain't her fault.
I haven't seen a lot of examples of that.
That's how you know.
She seems like she's got a pretty decent bill of health.
Motherfucker look at me and think I'm crazy. See, there you go. She with the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She with the last night, she hit me with the psychological warfare.
Oh, really?
You know what I did?
Give me a glimpse into what this is like.
I just went to sleep.
Wait. Like, so she tried to start a fight?
She tried.
What kind of stuff?
I got her figured out. Yeah. I used to fight. It lasted for 90 seconds.
Is that why you accosted her and left her outside of the car dealership, the Honda dealership, after you whooped her feet?
Kiss. I said, baby, you okay? And she does this. After 3 of those, she's looking to start some shit.
My cortisol spikes so much during that kind of thing that there's no way I'm going to bed.
Bro, if I get up and go downstairs and come back up, then the shit starts. What kills me is she won't say what's going on.
But she's performatively thinking about it.
But it might not really be nothing going on.
Why are we listening to the inner workings of Wack 100 and R&B relationship? Why do we care about this? Why is this a subject matter? Why is this a conversation? Why do we give a damn about R&B and Wack 100?
But it might be something that has nothing to do with me, or it might have everything to do with me. Her reading of something I said or did. But what I do, I go to sleep immediately. Gone.
So in the subject, are we supposed to be talking about snitching? We're talking about you and R&B going to sleep.
It took a lot for me to get here. Okay, that's great. That's great. Yo, talk to me about this new Drake and Game song. I'm not.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that's that, but whatever.
Not a lot.
It's saying song on the album, but the fact that he let this song go first to open up for the album. If I don't see any Drake support, he can't claim academics, he can't claim Vlad, he can't claim no jumper. That's a whack trio. If I don't see Aiden popping up, reporting on it,
Aiden hasn't been streaming that much.
It don't matter. We know if Drake tell Aiden to go, he gonna go.
Right.
Can we agree?
But also, I feel like Drake shares like.
Well, we not speaking on is how the game has no associations with Wack 100.
Every feature or song that he does with someone on his Instagram story, at the very least.
Has he done it?
I haven't seen it. I just checked. He has no story right now.
That's all I'm saying. And I really shouldn't have said it, because now if he does it,
yeah,
it's gonna look like,
because this isn't coming out for 3 days to the public. Yeah.
I think Drake is a little spoiled, and he really ain't showing no honor to those that's honoring him.
When Game told me that his album had a Drake feature, I was tripping. I immediately get on the AI to confirm Drake has not done a verse for another rapper since the Kendrick and Game, or since the Kendrick beef.
Isn't it crazy that Adam did not have the record? Isn't it crazy how no one in LA had that Drake and Game record but me? Interesting. So you mean to tell me Wack's Adam's manager, but Rich Trapper is giving you guys the Drake and Game song? Interesting. That's crazy how that works. So Wack's Game's manager, you got ADAM22 of Wack's A-double about everything, yet Rich Trapper is the one who gave you guys the Game record with Drake before it came out. Right. Sounds like niggas only matter until it's time to matter.
So I was tripping. I'm telling everybody at the office, like, yo, Game is about to drop this crazy ass song with Drake.
Meanwhile, I'm like, yo, I got the new song from Game and Drake. Y'all want to hear it? Crazy being at the office telling everybody versus being on Trap News Network and you could just hear it because, we have those kind of relationships. Wild.
And it's a dope song, but let's be real, it's like almost like a lefty gunplay type thing in terms of like, it's just one thing repeated over and over, which, sure, having featuring Drake on your song is great for Game, but I personally, from talking to Game, thought that we were going to hear a verse, and I wonder if there was a verse.
I mean, you never know. Maybe it's another song on there.
No, Wack doesn't know anything. Wack doesn't know anything. Wack doesn't know anything. You feel me? Shout out to Jerry. I see you, bro. Wack doesn't know anything because if Wack knew something, Wack would have been able to give you guys that Drake in-game record. No, bro. Nobody had. Come on, fool. These dudes. Like, we have to stop believing that these guys have so much influence. Adam could probably step away from Wack and do so much better because, you know, he has his whole little white boy niche going for him, white boy niche going for him, so that's whatever. But we have to stop acting like these dudes at No Jumper are just the end-all, be-all for LA pop culture or LA hip-hop culture, because here we are again, the man who's supposed to be the game's manager sitting next to ADAM22, and nobody has this record but me. This is incredible. Like, this level of flammery, we just have to pay attention to who is and who isn't. We got to start paying attention to who does and who doesn't. Little simple things like being at the Crenshaw Rec yesterday. You see nobody from No Jumper up there, but it's DJ Head. DJ Charisma typically slides through all these types of things and blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. You got D Spank around that Fothermucker, Watomi Quan, Storm the Bar. Just a lot of people going on within the LA area, and we're all hanging out, rubbing shoulders, but you see No Jumper. You see No Jumper representation. And then when it comes to the Game's album coming out, you have Rich Trapper giving you guys a single, but not Wack 100 and ADAM22. Why wasn't there an ADAM22 Wack 100 stream, considering the fact that this is the Thursday show? Game's song came out this same Thursday. Let me see. When did I get this file? Hold on. When did I get this file? When did niggas text me this file? Let me see. Thursday. Right. Nigga, I got it Thursday. I got this file. Thursday is when I got the file. So this is when they do the Adam and Wack show. Why didn't Wack and Adam premiere the song? That's incredible.
It's kind of
Niggas don't be having no juice.
hard to imagine. Oh, that's
Nobody. No juice.
That's a good point. That's a good
I'm
point.
just
Maybe it's a
simply
fake.
saying that I feel like
Draco on the Game album?
somebody probably
Again, here it is Thursday, and they don't know. And you have Wack right here without knowing either. It's crazy.
gave him a verse.
Wow.
You see how tapped in these niggas are not? Crazy to watch this on Sunday as we recorded Thursday, and they just have no idea about the track list, about the singles, about nothing, and Wack sitting right here. I can see Adam being surprised. That makes sense. But why is Wack full of no information?
Wow, that would be legendary.
Now, this how you know when I say I don't want to hear the academics No Jumper Vlad shit, right? The date on that is August 8th, right? That's me talking to him, right? You see what he's saying? So he already knows. You get what I'm saying? So I'm waiting to see what you gonna do.
Right.
Where's your support on some real shit? Right? Like, I understand what you're doing when it comes to Drake because I watched Leonard go up there, huge play, huge look. So when you go hard body the way you going, I get it. And it's warranted. I'm just being real with it. Like, you know, I want to see, because bro took a lot of hits. He could have did a LeBron James. You know, Drake and LeBron was, you know what I'm saying? And LeBron like, shit, I'm out here LA Lakerin' it. I'm at the pop out.
Okay, when I heard that song coming, I'm thinking first person shooter, but it's Game and Drake talking some shit, or at least getting a little spicy. And so, yeah, I mean, the song does sound like a hit, maybe. Like a very palatable song that I could see doing pretty well on streaming and everything like that. But it definitely did.
It's a commercial single.
Didn't have that like destruction mode that I was kind of expecting there.
Well, what I'm saying is Game has done his part. All the controversy's been around him taking a stance. I just want to see, you know, if Canada gonna stand with Bompton, because prior to Bompton was standing with Bompton. And now, because the Game stance of like, hey, look, bro, I'm neutral with it. You my guy, that's my guy. I ain't right. Actually, Rick Ross, you.
But then see, YG and AZ Chike were on the Game album. I don't know if that song went back up, but AZ Chike took it down. But the Game did try to include the members of the Bompton community onto his project.
Over here, side book.
Shout out my nigga Lit Poppy though. He got 2 credits over there. Shout out to the homie.
So what's up with you? Right?
Right.
I just wanted, you know, the fact that is it Drake's on the hook on the song, and then it's another song where he's on the verse, then I'm gonna say, okay, I get it. Or is Drake gonna utilize his team and his reach to kind of like put some juice behind it, we will definitely see that because we know what Game does and what he doesn't do.
I would say that. So in Toronto, right now it's 6. So in Toronto, it's 9. I mean, the song has probably been out for 8 hours now. Knowing how coordinated Drake is, I would say him not sharing it on his story seems unlikely. Now, he has no story. So it's not like he's posting other stuff. So that gives him a little bit of like, oh, maybe he just hasn't been on his phone, but I don't know.
This would be the time to do it when there's no story, and this is it's only going to be there 24 hours.
Yeah.
You hear Wack begging Wack begging Drake for promotion? You guys hear Wack begging Drake for promotion? You hear Wack groveling to Drake for promotion? It's only going to be there for 24 hours. This would be the best time to do it. If I was going to do it, I'd do it right now. It's only going to be there for 24 hours. Come on, Drake. It's only going to be there for 24 hours.
But I mean, the story post is kind of like him saying like, hey, I support this song. I endorse it. I'm on board with this. But realistically, he had to sign off on the song coming out one way or another, right?
That's one thing. That's happened behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The people don't give a damn if did he sign off, didn't he? His people, Drake's fans is going to respond to Drake.
Mm-hmm.
If Drake doesn't show any support, his fans not going to support.
That's interesting.
Or a large percentage of them are not.
I mean, like the real OVO stands might then end up kind of looking at it like a leak. Yeah, that would be.
Or Game just, you know what I'm saying? Like, which that ain't what happened.
But okay, what's the symbolism of the old ass car that's on the cover that looks almost exactly like the GNX album cover?
I don't know.
What is that car?
Probably what it's doing now.
Making us talk about it.
People talk.
Well, and because that's the thing too, is that it's like, as soon as I saw the cover art, which by the way, the only reason I even got it a little bit early before it came out was because I texted Game about something else, and he boom, sends the cover art, sends the full song, and says, hey, make this shit go crazy. And I was thinking,
and yet ADAM22 did absolutely nothing to make it go crazy. Nothing at all. Wild.
And as soon as I saw the album cover, I'm like, oh fuck, this is going to be some smoke. But it's kind of like a fake out, because like you think the song is going to be this crazy beef song when you see the cover. I thought I was about to listen to a full-blown anti-Kendrick war record.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell you why, even if Game came out, which I don't think he will, with a song violating Kendrick for 3 minutes.
Right.
You said this prior to, and I didn't cop to it or say nothing about it because it was going to be taken away from Kendrick at the time. You and Academic both said it. You like, yo, Wack, this has given Kendrick the biggest look of his career.
Right.
This has given Kendrick the biggest look of his career. Game is Wack is being crazy. He's being senile. And this is what I mean when I say I think that Wack in his old age is becoming like a little bit senile. I think that he's starting to like kind of lose touch with reality. I think that he's starting to kind of like lose, his footing in this situation because, nigga, what are you talking about?
I came with the bullshit. He was this and that, whatever. They throwing blows. He got the knockout punch.
Yeah.
Kendrick is not going to allow Game to do to him what he did to Drake. He ain't going to do it. He'll be quiet in 9 months from now when it doesn't matter. Then he might respond.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? He totally understands that Drake doing that with him, Super Bowl, crazy tour, breaking crazy numbers, dropped the album in between. He understands that if you take away Drake, if Drake did a J. Cole, a lot of that wouldn't have happened.
It's real bad for Kendrick if Drake bows out. Like Kendrick's like next album, like the whole reason why everybody's going to be clicking play the moment it comes out is because everybody's going to want to know, what's he saying? Is he saying a lot? Is he holding back? Does he have comments for anybody besides Drake? What's he really got to say about Drake? Is there anything left that he could throw at Drake?
We're talking about when the shit was really going on.
Yeah.
What you think, man? He got the most, the eyes is on him. Okay, who we picking for Super Bowl this year?
Right.
Oh shit, gotta be Kendrick. Why? What's fueling it? So I don't think Kendrick would, I don't think he would, because in his head, I'm not gonna help you grow. I just reap the benefits of somebody who made that mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Game has nothing but stuff he could gain from basically like trolling the fans into believing that he's going to be talking crazy about Kendrick or just talking about it. He has a lot to gain from that. That's going to make people pick up the album. They're going to listen to it because of that. Whereas on
Yeah, no, I mean, my bad, y'all. Adam has been historically wrong on a few takes, like historically wrong, historically wrong, historically wrong, historically wrong. So I'm not really 100% sure that ADAM22 is where I'm going to for the most current and updated news on the situation. That's not what I'm particularly caring for. So a lot of things Adam doesn't get right. A lot of things he doesn't get right.
Kendrick's part, the more he leans into the game narrative, the more that he adds hype to Game's rollout.
It does nothing for him.
We ain't heard a goddamn word out of that guy in like a year.
Who, Kendrick?
I mean, when's the last time we heard a word from the Cardi album?
I mean, before that, he went 3-4 years. Remember? Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When
now DDG wants to call.
Oh, yeah?
I had all his enemies here.
I know. I was asked, pick that up because I want to ask him about it. I was just with Trey Living.
Hey, bro. I'm in here defending you, and you ain't picking the call up. Got me looking crazy as hell. I'm in a no jumper. I got a whole lobby full of dudes telling lies on you. I'm telling them, talking about Wack. While your nephew got us blackballed, I said, DDG don't do that type of shit. If he don't with you, he just tell you that. You know, man, he blackballing us, telling people not to do business with us, work with us, all kind of stuff. And what was crazy, I said, damn, man, you look like DDG. And that's what triggered the conversation. Nigga had the fake dreads in his head. What's the dude name, Adam?
Trey Living. Oh, the other fool off. I always forget his name.
Then he told me, listen, I said, well, what's your issue? You did something, nephew, just don't be getting into it with people. Then he tell me some weird shit. I guess whoever you was dating at the time, he had her picture on his briefs. I said, well, bro, why would you do that?
Whoa,
now, this is the shit.
Mention that. That's
this the shit I don't like, bro. Yeah. And I tell people
I love that we don't even know if DDG's on the phone because you've been talking for
He's
so long.
on the phone, but hold on. I want to tell him because he want to hear what's going on. This is what I don't like. You do that.
Okay, so I'm not sure what the hell's going on here. But we finna get up out of the next one. Chat, y'all saying kick it, man. Y'all saying kick it because y'all know how we rocking out here at TNN Trap News Network. Now, is Wack talking to DDG? I didn't realize that at all. Like,
benefits of somebody who made that mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Game has nothing but stuff he could gain from basically like trolling the fans into believing that he's going to be talking crazy about Kendrick or just talking about it. He has a lot to gain from that. That's going to make people pick up the album. They're going to listen to it because of that. Whereas on Kendrick's part, the more he leans into the game narrative, the more that he adds hype to Game's rollout.
It does nothing for him.
We ain't heard a goddamn word out of that guy in like a year.
Who, Kendrick?
I mean, when's the last time we heard a
Before that, he went 3-4 years. Remember? Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now DDG wants to call.
Oh, yeah?
I had all his enemies here.
I know. I was asked, pick that up because I want to ask him about it. I was just with Trey Living.
Hey, bro. I'm in here defending you, and you ain't picking the call up. Got me looking crazy.
I don't even know who the Trey Living guy is. Is that the guy who Adam was sitting with when Adam said the N-word? Is that the guy? And his sister like does adult content?
As hell. I'm in a no jumper. I got a whole lobby full of dudes telling lies on you. I'm telling them, talking about Wack. While your nephew got us blackballed, I said, DDG don't do that type of shit. If he don't with you, he just tell you that. You know, man, he blackballing us, telling people not to do business with us, work with us, all kind of stuff. And what was crazy, I said, damn, man, you look like DDG. And that's what triggered the conversation. Nigga had the fake dreads in his head. What's the dude name, Adam?
Trey Living. Oh, the other fool off. I always forget his name.
Then he told me, listen, I said, well, what's your issue? You did something, nephew, just don't be getting into it with people. Then he tell me some weird shit. I guess whoever you was dating at the time, he had her picture on his briefs. I said, well, bro, why would you do that?
Whoa,
now, this is the shit.
Mention that. That's
this
crazy.
The shit I don't like, bro. Yeah. And I tell people.
I love that we don't even know if DDG's on the phone because you've been talking for so long.
He's on the phone, but hold on. I want to.
DDG's on the phone because you've been talking for so long. It's crazy.
Tell him because he want to hear what's going on. This is what I don't like. you do that and DDG don't say nothing, then you beat your chest like, yeah, you see the nigga didn't say nothing. Then when DDG says something, he wants to tell me it's just content. So what's the issue with this dude? I had him right here, Neff, and I'm trying to get you on the phone to see if it's really an issue, and you wasn't picking up.
Nah, I ain't thinking about that nigga, bro.
So you ain't blackballing.
DDG sat quietly for 2 minutes. That's crazy.
I said, who are you to blackball?
I don't even know that man.
DDG told him he couldn't come to a party he was at. And that's why everybody...
Was it DDG's party?
Nah, it was Austin McBroom's party, but DDG wasn't fucking with him because that dude Trey had like basically disrespected DDG's baby mama. So he wasn't fucking with him.
You shut him down, nephew? And if he did. So what? You shut him down?
Nah, he just ain't getting the party.
Hey, this dude right here, one thing about him and Blueface, I've never seen either one of them lose their shit. Like, they talk shit, but they still calm.
Actually, when Trey was talking shit about DDG earlier, he said that DDG is not an entertaining streamer. He's more of like a chill dude streamer, which is...
Nigga, that's who he is. Nigga,
I know, but it's funny that was his like way of criticizing him.
Listen, Neff, we're going to clear it up to all you weirdos out there. Ain't no God.
What is there to clear up? Why do we care about this? Like, am I tripping? Like, why do we care?
Yeah, I be talking about this a beef with DDG and Blueface and all kind of. Listen, we might get. I done been irritated at him. DDG been irritated at me. It's just a conversation. That's all it is. Like, this is one dude that I can honestly say is Blueface's real brother.
Then why wasn't he at the baby shower?
Why he wasn't at the baby shower?
He said he had the other number.
I'm just kidding.
Plus, I didn't send it to him too.
DDG doesn't even want to be used for content. He's so quiet. He's like, man, why am I here?
I usually would have sent it to him too. Like, so that's I gotta absorb some of that because I would have sent it to him. But we definitely going on tour. We wanted to clear that up. I didn't know who this little dude was, and I had him right here just in case you was like, the nigga didn't violate it. I'd have went ahead on and compiled him for you now.
So here you are again saying that you was going to assault somebody. So now you're admitting to more assaults and assaults for hire on camera. And all these people that, you know, do these things typically get sent to jail. And now you're admitting to assaulting people. This is crazy.
Wow. Nephew?
Nah, I ain't that serious.
He ain't, what's his nigga name?
Trey.
You ain't that serious.
He left.
I holla at you. No, DDG's a...
DDG said about 4 words though.
Bro, that's all he gonna do. That's what the nigga do.
But you're right. DDG and Blueface are kind of similar. They have that like never get loud temperament.
Never.
Yeah.
It's weird. He might say some shit, but I've never seen him just flip out. And it's been times he should have flipped the fuck out.
I wish I had that. I just never got heated.
You got better at it. I used to get trigger you a lot easier.
Yeah, this podcast was a lot more volatile.
I usually can trick you now. I know when I can get you easy. When you really like trying to say something about something and I intentionally don't let you say it. Oh, when I see them wrinkles right here, I got you.
That's intentional? I feel like that's just who you are.
Nah,
you're just
bro.
an interrupter.
Nah, I mean, end of the day.
Why you got a B on your shirt?
That's Dior.
Oh, shit.
At the end of the day,
that's fake.
People really they want us to fight.
That Dior shirt is not made. It's designed by Dior, but it wasn't made by Dior. We say that Wack is not wearing an authentic Christian Dior shirt. That is not a Christian Dior shirt. It's a Christian Dior inspired shirt for sure. But
that
fight.
So the louder you get, you know what I'm saying? They really think it's about to happen.
You can't fight me. You got to fight Lush. She's the one who called you out on brand risk.
Yo, bro, listen, Lush, listen. Man, you can get it in no jumper alley, man. You ain't getting no clout or no bag. I will never empower or enhance the wealth of my fake enemies.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. That nigga got up here and said some crazy shit. That nigga said, I'm doing business with the mafia.
You have admitted to doing business with the Israeli mafia?
I said, listen, man. The mafia is an organization like any other organization. It becomes a mafia when you're doing illegal activity. Probably the biggest mafia I've ever done business with is probably UMG. Because that's
Really?
definitely a huge organization.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Now, I do business with a bunch of people that are huge in what they do. But it's all legal activity. I say, this dude is crazy. Now, have a club. I don't know, bro. I mean, I thought he kind of like...
So I actually want to show you guys this because Wack actually did say that he works with the Israeli mafia. I want to go into this real quick. Shout out to Misguided Media. Let me see right here. Yep, Misguided.
A club, what, like
I got Clav a club.
a club, what, like a deal to go there, or?
No, I got his people go to the clubs, but I got him a club. So I called the owners of the clubs.
Yeah.
Right in front of me. His eyes get big. He's like, yo, Wack, that's them. I said, y'all need a favor. I said, it's Johnson Clav. They see a Wack, he did some disrespectful shit. Because they all Jewish.
Here we go, right here. Okay, boom. Right here. Right here. Wack saying that he's tied to the Israeli mafia. So here's it.
Right.
He did some disrespectful shit for the clubs.
Yeah.
Right in front of him. His eyes get big. He like, yo, Wack, that's them. I said, y'all need a favor. I said,
Israeli
it's
mafia
Johnson Clav. They see a Wack, he did some disrespectful shit. Because they all Jewish.
Right.
He did some disrespectful shit. Boom, boom, boom. I said, listen, man, whatever he did, he's been educated on not to do it again.
Isn't Wack connected to the Israeli mob?
I don't know nothing about shit like that. What the fuck? Yeah, how the fuck was supposed to know some shit like that?
So,
Who, me?
no, him. But I would say
That's why.
Thank you. How are you?
She said this commercial at her family
How old
event.
am I?
No, how are
This is
you?
commercial at her family event. This is family here. We don't do this like commercial party.
Yes, baby.
Trying to clear up.
This is family. This is family. That's my brother right here. This is my house. Why do party? Yes.
Got it.
This clip right here, referring to Wack as his brother, now is on camera talking about Wack 100
And this is the same guy right here, Mr. Israeli Mobster.
and referring to Wack as his brother. Now, if you never heard the name Wack 9 before, you might not think much of it. But you should, because Wack 9 has a history that goes back decades. He's been described by law enforcement and major newspapers as an alleged figure in Israeli organized crime. He pleaded guilty to a federal racketeering charge and served years in federal prison, and is an alleged Israeli organized crime boss. And today, he's operating in Miami nightlife. And somehow, Wack 100 is right there in the middle of that world. Because Wack has publicly talked about doing business with Wack connected with his associate, Clavicular, and that relationship eventually became part of the story behind Baccarat, a Miami nightclub built around the exploding live streaming industry. But who exactly is Wack 9, and why does Wack 100 have a relationship with him? And why does the Joaquin name keep appearing at the intersection of Los Angeles, Miami, entertainment, nightlife, and organized crime investigations? That's what we're here to get into.
So with that all being said, let me see. Let's run this a little bit because Wack is lying about his dealings with this Israeli mobster. So let's focus on it.
1990s, luxury cars, nightclubs, Hollywood connections, high-end parties.
So this is the person that's next on Wack's list to take down. This is the next man. This guy right here, he's going to be the next person to catch a federal recall at the hands of Wack 100.
And a reputation that attracted the attention of law enforcement. The Los Angeles Times described Wack 9 as an Israeli-born mob figure and reported that authorities have been watching him and his older brother, Asef, since they were teenagers. Federal investigators eventually connected Wack 9 to an organized crime network prosecutors referred to as the Jerusalem Network. And this is where the story moves from nightlife gossip into federal court. In 2026, Wack 9 pleaded guilty to federal racketeering. According to the Los Angeles Times, the case involved money that had been embezzled from an Israeli bank. Prosecutors alleged that members of the Jerusalem Network wanted to move and hide that money in the United States. Wack 9 helped arrange loans using the money. Some of those loans involved people in Miami and Southern California. One recipient was a Miami real estate developer. Another was described as a Miami ecstasy trafficker. And another was a Beverly Hills Lamborghini dealer. When some of the money wasn't repaid, prosecutors said Wack 9 used threats and extortion to collect it. One Beverly Hills dealer had reportedly received approximately $950,000. Prosecutors said Wack 9 demanded roughly $2 million in repayment. That case eventually ended with Wack 9 pleading guilty to racketeering, and he was sentenced to more than 10 years in federal prison. So let's make this distinction very clear. Calling someone an Israeli mob boss is a characterization, but Wack 9's federal racketeering conviction isn't speculation. It's a matter of court record.
So with that all being said, let's go into this a little bit more, because I actually want to kind of paint a picture, because Wack is going to lie and say that he has no involvement with these people. And I think that is really important for you guys to really see who these people are before we go back into Wack's conversation, because Wack is going to end up putting these people away. So just kind of pay attention to this.
And then there's High's older brother, Asef Ace Wack 9. The Wack 9 name continued to appear in law enforcement investigations years after High's conviction. Just last year, federal authorities accused Asef for threatening the operator of high-stakes private poker games in Los Angeles. According to a federal affidavit, investigators alleged that Asef tried to collect protection money from the poker operation. The games reportedly involved enormous amounts of money, sometimes millions of dollars, changing hands. Investigators also alleged that Asef referenced a 2023 killing of Emil Lahazel, who was shot outside one of those Hollywood Hill poker games. Asef's attorney had denied that he'd made threats or attempted extortion. And importantly, Wack 9 was not charged in this case. But the federal affidavit is significant because investigators specifically discussed the reputation of the Wack 9 brothers and alleged that it was used to create fear. That tells you that the Wack 9 name still carries weight in the eyes of law enforcement.
Okay, so that's what I wanted you guys to hear. The Wack 9 name carries weight in the eyes of law enforcement. So we'll get back to this, but let's go back into this flu flammery. This is it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Given life, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And if you know, you know. But let's get back into this.
Was on to me, but I think I still got his attention. He hasn't gotten it, but it's all legal activity. I said, this dude is crazy. What business with is probably UMG. Man, the mafia is an organization like any other organization. It becomes a mafia when you're doing illegal activity. Probably the biggest mafia I've ever done business with is probably UMG. Because that's definitely a huge organization. You get what I'm saying? Now, I do business with a bunch of people that are huge in what they do. But it's all legal activity. I said, this dude is crazy. Now, I don't know, bro. I mean, I thought he kind of like was on to me. But I think I still got his attention. He hasn't gotten that my W comes from keeping you from focusing on getting sober. That's my win.
Right.
And I don't give what you say.
I think that's kind of sick to want to like basically use somebody's own addiction to like beef with them. Like I'm going to trick you into like killing yourself.
So what am I? Listen, you got a dude saying, and Adam, we know this dude is nice as a butterfly. You this, you a bitch, you this, you that, and if you touch me, I'm calling and pressing a lawsuit. So what?
That's the exact same thing you do.
What other route does it leave me? I have to attack you another way. So I'm going to attack you in a way that really hurts you in real life. I can't put my hands on him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That would be tough. That would be
like, he's already screaming lawsuit that I'm calling the cops. So he's not one of those dudes to where I put time and energy into setting him up. He already set up. He's in one of my, as he says, those people, they own the facility he's in.
You should buy the rehab.
He's there on the sponsorship. He ain't paying for it. That's why I was able to tell him I was going to get him moved. Did he tell you? I told him.
I think that, so you see Wack talking about laughing about getting him moved and all that. This is kind of a tactic Wack does when he's trying to avoid a subject matter. In this case, it's the Israeli mobsters. So let's actually go back into that, because for whatever reason, Wack's actually dancing around that. When he starts doing that stupid little laugh, I know we have something. When he starts doing that, oh, did he tell you that? Did he tell you that? Oh, yeah, Adam, Lush was blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, man, I've hit him with the oldest trick in the book. When he starts talking like that, it's because we're on to something. So this further lets me know that what we're talking about here with misguided media is probably actually factual when Lush said that Wack was tied to the Israeli mafia, and the Israeli mafia are going to be taken down next, because we've seen this too many times in the conversations about Big U. We've seen this conversation about Future. We've seen this conversation about Stunner. Oh, man, yeah, Stunner gonna say, had him in it. It's so funny, had him in here. We moved him over here, and he does this little stupid laugh. And we know that that's when Wack's flu flamming. So let's go back into this and run this through. Shout out to Misguided Media.
And here's part of the High Walk 9 story that most people today probably don't even know. Before Miami Nightlife, before Clavicular, before Wack 100, before his Miami clubs, there was Maurice Clarett. Clarett was one of the biggest young football stars in America. He helped Ohio State win the 2002 national championship and became one of the most highly publicized prospects in college football. Then his career took a dramatic turn. In 2004, Clarett traveled to Los Angeles and was introduced to High Walk 9. According to ESPN, Walk 9 became Clarett's sponsor and advisor, and we're talking about some serious support. ESPN reported that Walk 9 provided Clarett with cash, a BMW, drivers, bodyguards, and a beachfront property. The reported arrangement was that Walk 9 would eventually be reimbursed and receive a percentage of Clarett's future rookie contract. The Los Angeles Times separately reported that Clarett lived in a Walk 9-owned beachfront property and had access to all of his luxury vehicles. Then Clarett was released by the Denver Broncos in 2005. The NFL career that was supposed to generate the money never even materialized. And suddenly, according to reporting at the time, the financial relationship between Clarett and Walk 9 became complicated. Clarett's lawyers stated that he received threats and feared for his safety. The FBI had also questioned Clarett about his relationship with Walk 9, and this became a major national story. ESPN even reported that Clarett told an ESPN reporter shortly before his 2006 arrest that he and Walk 9 were still friends. So think about the timeline. 2004, Maurice Clarett. 2006, federal racketeering conviction. And years later, Miami Nightlife, Clavicular, Baccarat, and Wack 100. The Walk 9 story has been crossing into different worlds for a very long time. This is important because when people hear High Walk 9 today, they may think he's a Miami nightclub owner. And that's not where his story even started. His story started in Los Angeles. The Walk 9 brothers grew up in the San Fernando Valley. High became involved in the Los Angeles nightlife scene. His name appeared in federal investigations involving Israeli organized crime, and he had connections to people in entertainment, nightlife, real estate, and gambling. It eventually caught his activity stretched beyond California. The federal case itself included alleged financial dealings involving Miami. So there was already a Los Angeles to Miami connection in the Walk 9 story long before the current streamer era. Enter Miami. Now fast forward, High eventually becomes a major presence in Miami nightlife, and that's where his world intersects with Wack 100. According to Miami News Times, Wack 100 was with Clavicular during a live stream when Wack pulled out his phone and FaceTimed High Walk 9.
Me, he didn't tell me that.
Okay.
He just told me something happened and they banned me.
I don't think anybody suggested that Clav was the one who played the song, which makes him being banned kind of fucked up because he was just with this group of dudes. Like, it only takes one person to go up to the DJ and say, hey, play the song.
So
again, if you guys don't see how Wack is flu flamming, skullduggan, and larcening, and these dudes is finna end up in a federal indictment, you don't want to see it.
I called the owners of the clubs.
Yeah.
Right in front of him. His eyes get big. He like, yo, Wack, that's them.
Mm.
I said, y'all need a favor. I said, this youngster Clav. They said, yeah, Wack, he did some disrespectful shit. Because they all Jewish.
Right.
He did some disrespectful shit. Boom, boom, boom. I said, listen, man, whatever he did, he's been educated on not to do it again. You know, he's 20 years old. Let's lift the ban and give him another chance. They like, Wack, you don't understand. I said, bro, every time you ask me to do something, you just ask me to let something go, right? I'm going to be real.
Huh.
These dudes be connected within our community and theirs.
The Jews.
Like a motherfucker. Said, every time you ask me to let something go, I honor you. Said, you do. He looked at dude. He said, hey, on Wack's word, we're going to lift it. We're going to talk about it in a couple of days, and we're going to let you back through. And that's what it was. I got Clav a club.
A club, what, like a deal to go there? Or?
No, I got he can go to the clubs, but I got him a club.
To own?
Yeah.
An entire club?
Named it and everything.
What's it called?
Club Stream. Gonna be the first club where you can come in streaming. It's permitted.
Wow, that's an interesting idea. I wonder how that's going to be for the people.
And it's in a zone that doesn't get blocked. Perfect.
Clavicula had reportedly been banned from multiple Miami clubs because of his live streaming incident with Andrew Tate. In Wack's response, he called High, not a random promoter and not a random club employee. He called High Walk 9. Wack asked him to help Clavicular get back into Miami clubs, but High apparently saw a bigger opportunity, of course. Instead of simply getting Clavicular back through the door, he offered to build something around him, a nightclub designed specifically for streamers that became Baccarat. Baccarat represents something pretty interesting: the old Miami nightlife economy meeting the new internet economy. High had the nightclub experience in Miami connections, and Clavicular had an enormous online audience, and Wack was the person who helped connect the two. I've always said it, he's a professional middleman. Miami New Times reported that Clavicular became a part-time owner of Baccarat alongside Walk 9. Wack later publicly talked about getting Clavicular a streamer-friendly club and helping lift his Miami club bands. That is very different kind of influence than simply managing an artist. Wack was helping one of his people navigate an entirely different industry, nightlife. And the person on the other end of the phone was an Israeli mob boss. So what is Wack's relationship with High? See, here's where we have to separate what we know from what we don't know. We know Wack has publicly acknowledged his relationship with High. We know the Blueface live stream footage shows High referring to Wack as his brother. We know Wack has publicly discussed doing business with High. We know Wack personally connected High regarding Clavicular. And we know that relationship eventually became connected to a major Miami nightlife venue. What we don't know is exactly how far back the personal relationship goes or what all of their business dealings have been. And we shouldn't try to invent it, but we should also not ignore what is right in front of us, because Wack's relationship with High gives us a glimpse into the network of Wack 100's that goes far beyond music. Why Wack 100's network is interesting. Let's think about the worlds involved: Los Angeles street culture, hip hop, Hollywood, professional athletes, nightlife, Miami, high-end gambling, streaming, and people with connections to all of those environments. Wack 100 operates in the middle of a lot of those worlds, and that's what makes him so interesting. People often look at Wack and focus on his interviews, his arguments, his controversies, and his artists. But Wack's real power may have less to do with what he says and more to do with who he knows. Because when Clavicular needed access in Miami, Wack made a call, and High Walk 9 answered. For years, people have watched Wack 100 and focused on the character, the loud voice, the arguments, the controversy, and the name dropping. But maybe that's the wrong thing to focus on. Maybe Wack's real story is the network behind the character. Because a person can talk all day about who they know, but eventually you have to look at the people who actually answer the phone. And in Wack 100's case, High Walk 9 seems to always answer. A man whose story stretches from Israel to Los Angeles to a federal racketeering conviction to Maurice Claret to Miami nightlife, and now somehow into the world of Clavicular and the new generation of internet celebrities. So the question isn't, is Wack 100 connected? The footage, the public statements, and the business relationships show that he clearly has connections. The real question is, how deep does his network go? And that's the part of the Wack 100 story that deserves a much closer look. And you know we'll be looking closer. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My content's too good to not be doing numbers, guys. Support. It's your boy Misguided. I'm out.
This is family. This is family. That's my brother right here. This is my house. I'm having a party. Yes.
Got it. Can I have your address?
Now, let's jump into this.
No Jumper. Coolest podcast in the
My
world.
bad.
I mean,
We're gonna jump back into this. My bad. My fault. The hell? What the hell? Nope, that's not what I want. I want this. My bad. I gave y'all the wrong screen. Do. That's my YouTube studio. Do. I wanted to get back into this.
IRL stream TV show.
My bad, Joe.
Print it.
I hit the
Oh,
wrong
bro.
button.
For y'all.
Let the bait. To where it was supposed to have been that.
Right.
Then they got dudes getting up there thinking they gonna troll the DA. And the DA said, well, didn't you tell here? We got your statement. Like, yo, some dude named Dirt Rock from Compton Crib. You know that dude? He from, so I guess he from their neighborhood. Like, but the level of look, the most people, with your white boys, y'all do all, they blew up.
That's number one.
We gotta get back into Lush.
And over the years, I've come to realize she crazier than me.
She's crazier than you.
Yes, ain't her fault. I
have
sister Indian style. She got so much.
Sounds like you're a really great problem solver. I'm kind of almost jealous. I'm not in a relationship with you.
I wasn't always this way, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
if I don't see any Drake support, he can't claim I could.
Drake is not done.
The date on that is August 8th, right? That's me talking to him, right? And I say, I don't want to hear the academics know in his reach to kind of like put some juice behind it.
Coming out one way or another, right?
That's one thing. That
car.
My fault, chat.
Probably what it's doing now.
Because like you think the song's gonna be this.
My bad. I don't know why I exited out that screen. Where you had the video going.
From basically like trolling the fans into believing that he's gonna be talking crazy about Kendrick, or
I said, damn, man, you look like DDG, and that's what triggered the conversation.
I don't even know that, man.
I got Adam.
Fight.
So the louder you get,
what?
The mafia is an organization.
Okay, here we go.
Like any other organization. It becomes the mafia when you're doing illegal activity. Probably the biggest mafia I've ever done business with is probably UMG. Because that's definitely a huge organization.
Jason, what's the deal? Now we just heard 2,500 for the box. What's the deal? We just heard Wack admit to and show videos of him being, all around these mafia dudes. So it's a pretty interesting situation.
You get what I'm saying? Now I do business with a bunch of people that are huge in what they do, but it's all legal activity. I said, this dude is crazy. Now, I don't know, bro. I mean, I thought he kind of like was on to me, but I think I still got his attention. He hasn't gotten that my W comes from keeping you from focusing on getting sober. That's my win.
Right.
As I don't give what you
I think that's kind of sick to want to like basically use somebody's own addiction to like beef with them. Like I'm gonna trick you into like killing yourself.
So what am
Yeah, that is crazy. And I imagine if that actually were to happen to Les, Wack would have some kind of legal ramifications.
listen, you gotta do
At least a civil suit at absolute bare minimum.
who's saying And Adam, we know this dude is nice as a butterfly. You this, you a bitch, you this, you that, and if you touch me, I'm calling and pressing a lawsuit. So what other route does it leave me? I have to attack you another way. So I'm going to attack you in a way that really hurts you in real life. I can't put my hands on him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That would be tough. That would be
Like,
a weird look, yeah.
He's already screaming lawsuit that I'm calling the cops. So he's not one of those dudes to where I put time and energy into setting him up. He already set up. He's in one of my, as he says, those people, they own the facility he's in.
You should buy the rehab.
He's there on the sponsorship. He ain't paying.
So now Wack is saying that he's tied to the Israeli mob that owns the facility that Lush is in. Okay.
For it. That's why I was able to tell him I was going to get him moved. Did he tell you? I told him, said, I'm going to get you moved in 30 minutes to another building. They're going to put you in room 5. And 30 minutes later, they moved him. And what he did, he went on the internet and tried to show his new room. But he's knowing, this motherfucker just told me this.
Wack is lying.
He said, I'm going to get the
Wack is lying. Wack is lying.
person fired is leaking my info. You're not, because they don't work in there. It's just like when you're dealing with certain types of people. Do you know who was having a meeting while we were doing the baby shower in the back room? The owner of Lamborghini, Ritz-Carlton.
At the baby shower?
Yeah, they were sitting in there having a meeting.
Really? There was a bunch of old men there.
There was some, yeah.
Israeli mobsters. A bunch of Israeli mobsters were actually with you, is what it's looking like. And that's looking extremely flamboyant.
There was some serious old men.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? I'm at different tables doing different things, right?
And some of the time you're coaxing Lush into another overdose.
No. I've been successful at keeping him mentally out of focus on the program. You're in a great program that's not benefiting you none because I got you talking about me every day. I'm trying to get him back to MacArthur Park.
Lush.
Now, here's the thing about this. As we continue to pay attention to this, if you guys can't see the level of flamboyancy, skullduggery, and larceny around Wack 100, then again, you just don't want to see it. We are seeing that he has been tied to so many different criminal organizations. And at this point, this criminal organization might be his downfall, because I'm sure the last thing the Israeli mobs wants us to know is that Wack 100 is all over YouTube in the public talking about this situation. You feel me? He did say Scott Storch was there too, 2,500 for the box. Big shout out to 2,500 for it easy. With that all being said, man, we're going to get up out of here to the next one. Chat, y'all saying kick it though. Y'all know the deal. Let's get back into it.
What's happening? And 30 minutes later, they move. Still acting. He has on attack you in a way that really.
So now we have Wack. Let me just make sure that I'm getting this 100% clear. I just want to make sure that I'm 100% right in my assessment of this. You have Wack 100 going online to admit that he wants to accost Lush, and he's doing everything within his power to make Lush fall victim to his own, I guess, devices as far as substance abuse and all that kind of stuff. You feel me? So let's see how this one goes.
Probably the biggest mafia I've ever done business with is probably UMG. Because that's definitely a huge organization. You get what I'm saying? Now, I do business with a bunch of people that are huge in what they do. But it's all legal activity. I said, this dude is crazy. Now, I don't know, bro. I mean, I thought he kind of was on to me, but I think I still got his attention. He hasn't gotten that my W comes from keeping you from focusing on getting sober. That's my win.
Right.
I don't give what you say.
I think that's kind of sick to want to basically use somebody's own addiction to beef with them. I'm going to trick you into killing yourself.
So what am I? Listen, you got a dude saying.
Yeah, and then ADAM22, you're just gonna sit here and allow Wack to play on Lush's addiction. Chico Beans, what's the deal? You're gonna just sit here and allow Wack to play on this whole situation? You're gonna just allow Wack to play on Lush's sickness? This is incredible. I would never have imagined that Adam would be the type of person to allow anyone to play on Lush's sickness, let alone Wack 100, but okay.
And Adam, we know this dude is nice as a butterfly. You this, you a bitch, you this, you this, you that, and if you touch me, I'm calling and pressing a lawsuit. So what other route does it leave me? I have to attack you another way. So I'm going to attack you in a way that really hurts you in real life. I can't put my hands on him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That would be tough. That would be
Like,
a
what are
weird
you?
look, yeah.
He's already screaming lawsuit that I'm calling the cops. It's right? He's not one of those dudes to where I put time and energy into.
Well, now Lush can't call the cops, but you just admitted to having so much pull that you can get him moved from one room to another in a treatment facility, in a detox facility. It seems like that's reason to call the cops.
Setting him up. He already set up. He's in one of my, as he says, those people, they own the facility he's in.
You should.
And he's talking about the Israeli mob that he's attached to. Chat, you guys just watched it. If you're watching this at home, go back and watch my last video. Don't worry about it.
Buy the rehab.
He's there on the sponsorship. He ain't paying for it. That's why I was able to tell him I was going to get him moved. Did he tell you? I told him, said, I'm going to get you moved in 30 minutes to another building. They're going to put you in room 5. And 30 minutes later, they moved him. And what he did, he went on the internet and tried to show his new room. But he's knowing, this motherfucker just told me this. He said, I'm going to get the person fired that's leaking my info. You're not, because they don't work in there. It's just like when you're dealing with certain types of people. Do you know who was having a meeting at the bar we were
So Wack is insinuating that he is in fact working with the Israeli mafia against Lush. Got it?
doing the baby shower in the back room? The owner
Who, Lush? Tell us about it. I mean, who, Wack? Tell us about it. Tell us about all your criminal friends.
of a Lamborghini, Ritz-Carlton.
At the baby shower?
Yeah, they were sitting in there having a meeting.
Really? There was a bunch of old men there.
There was some serious old men.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? I'm at different tables doing different things, right?
And some of the time you're coaxing Lush into another overdose.
No. I've been successful at keeping him mentally out of focus on the program. You're in a great program that's not benefiting you none because I got you talking about me every day. I'm trying to get him back to MacArthur Park.
Lush.
When I get him back to MacArthur Park, W's for Wack. Captain Chat, as they know me on Kick. I'm Captain Chat over there.
I mean, you claiming that is kind of easy because that's like realistically, he has like a gravitational pull to MacArthur Park at all times, wherever he is on
I
earth.
have somebody waiting for him that's going to give him the deal of a lifetime.
Oh, yeah? Free
What?
Fetty.
Listen, they going to listen. Hey, look, bro, for the next 12 hours, it's on me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you could probably also go to jail for that.
No, I'm not going to be there.
But once the text come out of you telling this guy that you want him to basically force Lush to overdose.
So now Adam is acknowledging Wack's police behavior. Adam, say that one more time.
Times wherever he is on
I
earth.
have somebody
Is Adam finally admitting that he's a police?
waiting for him that's going to give him the deal of a lifetime.
Oh, yeah? Free
What?
Fetty.
Listen, they going to listen. Hey, look, bro, for the next 12 hours, it's on me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you could probably also go to jail for that.
No, I'm not going to be there.
But once the text come out of you telling this guy that you want him to basically force Lush to overdose.
Right. And if that comes out, then you are complicit in unalivement. And at that point, you are guilty of unalivement. That's actually how that situation works. When you have a situation like this and you are, for lack of better words, coercing someone to take the life of someone else, even if by overdose or whatever, this is still a felony and a commission of a crime. You feel me? So this situation just doesn't make the most sense. It doesn't come across in the most logical way. And now we have ADAM22 calling Wack out for potentially conspiring to unalive Lush, because this is exactly what this is, an admission of conspiracy of unalivement.
It'll never be a text to come out.
Oh, okay. Just
What do you mean, bro? I am the whisperer. My messages travel through the clouds.
Are you losing a lot of weight?
Yeah,
Some
I'm
people
down
notice 30.
down 30.
Wow. I have noticed.
I'm down 30. She killed breads, dairies, sugars. Another thing she did, she put it all on the table and she said, come downstairs and she was baby oil down.
Whoa.
She said either you're gonna want this or this.
Well, I'm gonna choose the grilled cheese sandwich every time. If it's if I gotta choose between an oiled up R&B and a good old grilled cheese sandwich with some bimbo bread, you know, if you're from LA, that little white bimbo bread and some Kraft cheese, oh nigga, I'm going for the grilled cheese every time. Every time. As a matter of fact, I take a bowl of Fruitios over R&B. As a matter of fact, I take some plain, unsugared, unsalted, uncinnamon, unappled, unpeaches and cream, just plain oatmeal, just plain. Over R&B. I will take uncooked grits over R&B and just let them blow up in my stomach. You feel me? Whatever. I'll take uncooked grits and then just drink it with water, with warm water, and let it blow up in my stomach. I eat that before I eat R&B. You feel me? I will drink cod liver oil to the face. To the face. Nigga. Cod liver oil to the face before I ever eat R&B. I will eat raw chitlins. I hate booty noodles. I will eat raw chitlins before I ever eat R&B. Every time. Not even a question.
And it was like her and a loaf of bread?
No, it was like sugars, breads, dairy, everything that she didn't want me to eat. And then she would say, either you want this or you want this. So every time I go to thinking about those things, and she said, I'm going to shut down on you for sure.
So you really believe that?
Sounds like that's a blessing. Sounds like she's trying to do a favor.
She was offering you she was going to instate a pussy boycott.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Lush was under one of those for a while.
Huh? Man, Lust don't know when he getting. You hear all about many drugs that girl Germ said he does. That shit is crazy. He's getting some pressed fake fentanyl pills, then Molly. Then she says he come home and meth. Whatever that is. I don't know how them drugs work, right?
This is what makes ADAM22 a bad podcaster, because you'll sit up here and allow Wack to talk about Germ, and who cares about Germ for any reason. But when it comes to the actuality of him being in big use paperwork and this situation being something that's actually relevant to our space, you'll avoid it and you'll dodge it and you'll act confused like you don't know what niggas is talking about. That's what makes Adam a bad podcaster. That's what stops Adam from being able to excel. That's what stops Adam from being able to sit amongst the Joe Buttons and the Joe Rogans and the Matt Hoffas and these guys of the world, because you have the hottest story in hip hop in front of you and you're afraid to address it. But you'll let him spend 45 minutes talking about Germ, who absolutely nobody knows and or cares about. Am I tripping, Chad? Or do I have a point here? Like this is why No Jumper is a failing podcast, because you're just allowing your sphere of this guy right here to just miss out on actual podcasting.
In a day, bro.
I feel so geeked up off a cup of coffee. I can't even imagine.
But what is the drug he was doing that was fucking with his walking?
I think it was nitrous.
He was doing that too?
Balloons, yeah.
Bro, how do you
back is messed up also. Yeah, it's like actual health concerns, I think.
From the drugs.
I think he has he has sciatica.
You know the crazy part about it though is when you take that many drugs, when it's time for them to want to give you drugs to help you with pain and shit.
Yeah. They don't know where to start because
they don't know where to start.
Drugs.
He'd be all right though. But listen, I seen the look in his eyes. He's serious about his movement. Yeah. He is serious. He don't know. I don't pay his ass no attention. Every 2-3 days, I just put his video back up.
Oh yeah, I know. He posted that shit like 8 times, huh?
Bro, will you want me to threaten you? I'm not slow.
You said that you were going to pull up to the rehab he was at in a costume. You said you were going to send people there.
Like, who you think you're going to get me? You're threatening all these things. Now, I could have played dirty ball with him when he put the picture of somebody's house up.
No, that was your house. That was your house. That was your house in Vegas. That was your house. You were mad.
I could have just sent some people really by that house, did some up shit, kick a door into something.
Oh wow!
And then mysteriously have somebody on the Hunter side send the person at that house, find their email, the clip of Lush sending people to the house. It would have been hell to pay. But I said I ain't gonna do that too.
So basically, you're gonna call the police on Lush. You're still admitting that you're gonna call the police on Lush.
You are a gentle god. Got to give you that.
He all right. What he came in, so we got to pass.
Lush. Mm-hmm. He had his like sponsor or provider, protector, whatever, some guy, older guy, and he came in and he sat right on the couch and he smiled a little bit at some of the jokes, and I guess he escorted Lush back out as soon as that was done.
Yeah, that was hey bro, good looking out. Lush, we're gonna send you some of
Yeah, that's Wack's guy. Yeah, Wack's the guy who sent him.
your recordings. Your room's bugged, dummy.
Ooh, damn, bugging Lush's room would be a good idea. Actually, I don't know, because I don't even bother to watch his YouTube content. So,
Bro, I can show you some shit on my phone of them telling me play by play what they're gonna do next.
really?
I left it. R&B said, baby,
This is extremely illegal. Extremely illegal.
leave that dude alone. These dudes don't be knowing the people you know, and leave the dude alone. I'm like, bro, you're right here. You went up there talking crazy because you think we don't know where you're at. This is where you're at. This is your address where you're at. It's where you at, dumbass. And you're supposed to be on blackout, so let me get you a quick write-up. So you're going to get a write-up in 30 minutes because he ain't supposed to be on the phone.
I don't know. I can get a write-up when he's literally making Instagram reels and smoking vapes and just like doing whatever he would do on the outside, like
Well,
besides the drug.
they're not.
He's not doing everything he can do on the outside. He's allowed to smoke vapes because he's smoking cigarettes, essentially. You're allowed to smoke cigarettes in rehab.
They wasn't really watching it, but
Smoking a vape is essentially smoking a cigarette or smoking a black and mild. So he's not doing THC. He's doing nicotine.
in order to get his room moved so I could fuck with him mentally to let him know I can move him around, we had to get him booked.
Damn.
But
Well,
Lush be all right. I mean, Lush is a dude. Now he fucking with Seti Nash. Seti's putting up the content of him and Almighty.
really? Said he posted it? He's part of your network. He's an exposer, right?
I don't know what Seti got to do with anything.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Seti about this dude. Lush started attacking Seti, and for some reason, I don't know I don't know, bro. I think he's going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I want him to go through a little more. You know.
Just a little more. A little more, maybe.
What else been going on, bro? You were supposed to go somewhere.
Where?
How long you were supposed to go somewhere last week? Where were you supposed to go?
This is a disgusting little back and forth, isn't it? It's a little flu flammers, but I guess.
I don't know. I've talked about a few different things.
So you were supposed to go up north somewhere. Canada or something.
I mean, I've had a variety of different trips planned.
Did you enjoy the baby shower?
The baby shower was a great time.
You was lit. You stayed the whole time.
Adam looked extremely uncomfortable, and it looked like he really didn't serve a purpose at Blueface's baby shower. It makes you wonder why he was there. It just makes you wonder.
But I got out of there right before.
Like, it really makes you wonder why Adam was there. Like, why would Adam be at Blueface's baby shower? Like, what purpose does that serve? And then how miserable must Blueface's life be if ADAM22 is an actual guest at his baby shower? Nigga, where your mama? Where your daddy? Where your auntie? Where your uncles? Where your cousins? Where your brothers? Where your sisters? Where's family at? Nigga, Blueface had a baby shower and invited Wack and ADAM22 and Vlad. You don't even know them niggas like that. Wack got you in $20 million a day.
The mayhem seemed like it really started. Because at one point I saw you rushing with a few of your guys out to the entry.
Krishan was in the front.
She was, okay. And she was not actually allowed in the baby shower, even though
Absolutely.
honestly, that would have really lit it on fire in terms of views.
Absolutely not. You can't. Listen, what you and nephew do when y'all running y'all shit, that's cool. Don't bring that around me. Now, I told the little security guard she was with, you got a life to live. It's on you. He said, oh, nah, brother. I read the energy. We out. Because at the end of the
So wait, you threatened to take his life? Wack is threatening to take Krishan's bodyguard's life? Well,
cool. Don't bring that around me. Now, I told the little security guard she was with, I'm like, you got a life to live. It's on you. He said, oh, nah, brother. I read the energy. We out. Because at the end of the...
So why were you going to accost him? Were you going to put him in a costume? Like, what were you going to do to this guy? Why? Help me understand here.
Day is like, my wife is there, my daughter's there, my grandson's there. It's one of my business partners' homes. It's not happening.
The guy who's the Israeli mobster?
Oh, really? That's why you used it?
That's one of my business partners' houses.
Because I was kind of thinking
that ain't no Airbnb.
Okay. I was thinking to rent this house for an afternoon might be $30K or some shit, like a lot.
Man, I don't got to rent shit.
Oh.
So why is Blueface lying saying he had $1 million baby shower? Damn it. Because what Blueface definitely told Neglected that it was a $30 million baby shower, and Wack's now saying that the venue was free. Ouch.
It's one of my. I introduced you to him.
Okay.
He's an Israeli.
I introduced you, Vlad, everybody that I do business with. I took Vlad in there. Vlad introduced. I introduced you to. I don't. Me and that dude, we in the middle of buying the Death Row building.
But does anyone live in that property normally?
Yeah, when he want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's there. We in the middle of taking over the 8200 Wilshire.
Oh, yeah? That's the old Death Row building.
Yep, that's where she was on rooftop yesterday shooting content. Yeah, we closed.
You want to operate this just as like a subtle way to say, "Hey, you Suge Knight"?
Listen, I was in his penthouse that he used to love to go in, and I FaceTime Reggie Wright. I FaceTime my man Bob Gotti, dudes that was head of the security, and they immediately knew where the hell I was at.
Oh yeah.
They like, yo, what the hell are you doing up here? And I hadn't been up there since 6, maybe 22 years or something since he'd been out of there. But hey, listen, man, a deal's a deal, man. You know, at one point in time, being dances and then coming back in the same building under some total different circumstances is a great feeling. Let me know my growth.
Okay, but the main thing I wanted to ask about though, do you see the clip of the guy who was like pressing his cup into my knee?
Sounds like you just want to be Suge Knight. All I'm hearing is, I wish that I was Suge Knight.
Yeah, that's one of our stylists. He's from Bompton.
Why do you think he wanted to put his on my knee?
Why'd you let him do it more than once?
He's from Bompton. So are you saying that it's a homosexual blood that did this? Because what the hell? Wack, this is why you can't go around them niggas, bro.
I just like.
This is gonna be why you can't go around them niggas, because now you saying he's a gay blood.
Did
you like it?
No.
Were you?
That's very uncomfortable questioning.
You let him do it more than once. Were you scared?
I mean, I didn't want to like start fighting him, so I was kind of just like.
No, he was smiling at you with a big grin.
Yeah, what is that?
Because they see the content you do. He says that you've been calling him.
No. Is that guy gay?
I told you he was gay.
But you said he's part of the community.
Well, what the hell is the community?
That's what I'm saying. But then he comes to me.
I said LGBTQ. I said it. Oh, bro, I said it on your line.
Wack said I'm part of the community. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, the Crip community.
No, we ain't doing that. No. First of all, I said, look, since you part of the community, I start asking them about Sydney Starr and this saucy.
So why do a direct blood mention that he's from Bompton and then say he's a part of the community? It's interesting.
Saucy Santana. I said, what's up? I'm asking him about things going on. I tell you, Adam. I said, tell him where you from. He said, I'm from Bompton. But I'm part of the community. You said, what community? I said, the LGBTQ. I told you. So then later on, you're hanging out in the front of the mansion, sitting on the rail.
Yeah.
I had no idea. R&B said, oh my God. I said, what? He was like, Scooter just rubbed his meat on Adam's leg. I said, what the? And I'm looking at the content. Dude is leaning on you for every bit of 12 seconds, moving, rotating.
Yeah.
And you say, are you pressing your meat on my leg?
I could feel like a vein, I think. Like
then he bags up and comes and does it again.
Yeah.
Did you go home and tell Lynn about it?
I didn't, honestly. Yeah. I've never been assaulted by
here we go.
A gay rape.
White boy.
I've never been in that situation. I didn't know how to act. So to anyone who's disappointed by the presentation that I put on, I guess my bad. I just was so taken aback.
Well, listen, shout out to the cameraman because they kept it rolling.
Yeah.
So Adam happily let this Wack's words, not mine, LGBTQ stylist from Bompton rub his meat on him. Okay.
I mean, bro, and I'm sitting here like, now he wouldn't have done that if I was there.
You don't think?
No.
So, but do you think he was
He would have rubbed it on your leg and said,
really trying to fuck me?
Definitely.
Oh, man.
I told you, bro. I said he's gay for the community.
But then he seemed to be like rejecting that. So I was kind of confused. Yeah, he kept saying he wanted it with Lennon.
Wanted with Leonard.
Maybe he's bisexual.
Maybe I don't know. I know he on that. He's one hell of a stylist. He styled R&B or Jason Lee Award, right? Yeah. He's a hell of a stylist.
It's playing me awkward next time I see him. I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Just don't smile at him.
How has Blueface been working with him for this whole time, and he never got like molested?
Nah, they don't do that. Usually they.
Why am I a target?
No, usually like they'll just drop his clothes off.
Okay.
R&B are telling people what he's going to do, and they'll just drop his clothes off.
Oh.
He'll never do nothing like that. But see, what you Adam, you give off those vibes.
No,
bro.
I don't. Nobody thinks I'm gay.
Chat. Does Adam give off gay vibes?
Both of you guys give off really sprinkly energy. I'm gonna just say sprinkly.
Put a 1 in the
Sprinkly is safe.
chat.
Chat, I know you're a bunch of trolls.
No, bro.
And I respect that. But no.
Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1.
We're members only, so it might take a little bit to pop up. Wait a minute. I feel like you didn't do your job as a manager. Where were you when Blueface got punched in his shit and fell down?
Woo! Hey, now you know. Inhale, exhale with my flow. Whoa. Because Blueface did get accosted. Blueface did get put in a costume. That happened. 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 So, for those of y'all who don't know, Blueface got the midnight. Wack does spend a lot of time with the LGBTQ community. That's his thing, though. Let me get into this real quick. This right here. This right here.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Just don't smile at him.
How has Blueface been working with him for this whole time, and he never got like molested?
No, they don't do that. Usually they.
Why am I a target?
No, usually like they'll just drop his clothes off.
Okay.
R&B are telling people what he's going to do, and they'll just drop his clothes off. He'll never do nothing like that. But see, what you Adam, you give off those vibes.
No,
bro.
I don't. Nobody thinks I'm gay.
Chat. Does Adam give off gay vibes? Put a 1 in the chat.
Chat, I know you're a bunch of trolls.
No, bro.
And I respect that. But no.
Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1.
We're members only, so it might take a little bit to pop up. Wait a minute. I feel like you didn't do your job as a manager. Where were you when Blueface got punched in his shit and fell down?
We were not booked for an event.
They were just rolling around on Hollywood Boulevard.
We did not book. We were not. Keep trying to tell you. Listen, Wack 100 has done this industry shit on every level and every way.
Got it.
The most ritzy shit to the gutter shit. I don't care what you want to do. If there's no business there, you're not gonna see me there. So they moving around. So he's with Krishan for one. That ain't gonna be around me like that.
Okay,
You get what I'm saying?
You're kind of anti-Krishan at this point.
Yeah, so he moving around, and how it happened was the dude was able to get close to him because he was kind of like their homie. So they wasn't thinking nothing of it.
Was that guy at the baby shower?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
He was like one of their from another neighborhood, but he was their homie. That's like somebody we know and cool, and he walking up, and your mind is not in defense of getting hit or nothing.
Honestly, he did look kind of familiar.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I don't know who.
But after the fact, Blueface went over there, dog walked and whooped his ass. Now,
So wait, hold on.
Kind of anti-Krishan at this point.
yeah, so he moving around, and how it happened was the dude was able to get close to him because he was kind of like their homie. So they wasn't thinking nothing of it.
Was that guy at the baby shower?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
He was like one of their from another neighborhood, but he was their homie. That's like somebody we know and cool, and he walking up, and your mind is not in defense of getting hit or nothing.
Honestly, he did look kind of familiar.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I don't know who.
But after the fact, Blueface went over there, dog walked and whooped his ass, knocked him out.
Damn.
Yeah, knocked him.
So now you're admitting that Blueface accosted this guy. I told you guys that Wack was going to put a campaign out against Blueface coming soon. I definitely definitely told you guys that this is gonna be coming for sure.
Nah.
That's savage, bro. Like moving around like that. Like, didn't they have security?
Yeah, all his homies was there, but you got to remember, dude was cool with all of them.
Right.
But what had happened was they didn't know moments beforehand the dude that guy was with just got knocked out by one of Blueface homies.
Oh.
So when he seen that, it triggered him. They're all homies, but you just knocked the dude out that I came with.
Mm.
So I guess he came to go at Blueface. They see him coming, but they not. That's like them opening up the door for me and not knowing I'm on some bullshit.
Uh-huh.
They ain't know.
So now Wack's giving out the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who? Blueface. What? Knocked out this guy. Why? Because he was mad because Blueface homies knocked him out. When? Last Saturday. How? What is fist? Where? Hollywood. Blueface is gonna go to jail. Blueface is gonna go to jail.
Oh, Blueface wasn't even on guard to even, he wouldn't have got up on him like that. But, he got his issue back, man. Learning lesson for Blueface. Every now and then you gotta, you get comfortable and he like, yep. Let me stay my ass away from things I don't need to be around.
Blueface is our guy. Nevaeh. Realistically, she seems cool, but we don't really know her like that. Is there not part of you that feels like bringing Krishan to the house the day before or the day of the baby shower, that this is just, it's a little much? I'm starting to really kind of feel bad for her watching some of those clips.
You didn't hear the little
Adam watches Trap News Network because I'm literally the only person in our space that reports on Blueface, Nevaeh, and Blue and Krishan and all that kind of stuff. Adam's my biggest fan on the low.
little clip that they clickbaited where they're trying to say, Wack said the baby's not yours.
Mm-hmm.
What I was saying was, after seeing that, hey, listen, I know you're saying you don't know until the blood test comes. But what if it is?
Yeah.
We don't need to be stressing her out.
Yeah.
Chill out a little bit. That's what I was telling him. Now, she been living with you for the last 9 months, living with you, and she's saying she's taking the DNA test immediately. It's not a situation where for 3 years we've been getting denied a DNA test.
Mm.
And today she did the test. That baby wasn't born 7 seconds. R&B, what was that woman telling the doctor? Nevaeh, the baby's born 7 seconds.
Yeah, she told the doctor she did that.
DNA right now. So, I think she's genuine. Looking at the baby, certain parts of the baby, the nose, but I've been wrong on Mari like 70% of the time. I believe it's Blueface's child, but we'll see.
Well, think about it like this. I'm having the conversation with her mom on camera, and her mom, Nevaeh's mom, is kind of like giving me the vibe that she's keeping her cards close to her chest. She's not saying the things that she perhaps...
She doesn't want to say that she doesn't approve of this life for her daughter, and she want her daughter sliding around with Blueface.
perhaps wants to say, especially given that I feel like almost any mother, if they saw their daughter having to deal with, Krishan Rock showing up at the door, it's the day.
She didn't make it to the door.
Well, whatever. It's the day of the baby shower. You're running around with a knife. I mean, this is crazy. You're looking like Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Looking like Crocodile Dundee. That is accurate. Now, that I can give Adam right there. Because you walk around this feathermucker looking crazy.
Had the feeling of like, okay.
What do you mean by that?
The mom
saying physically looks like in the face Crocodile Dundee?
No, he had a knife. But I'm saying like, I felt like the mom is massively holding out on me and not telling me the fact that she is upset with this. And I'm thinking, well, why? And then I'm thinking, well, the baby's not born yet. And realistically, the time for the mother, the grandmother, to make it clear that she's not okay with the actions of the baby daddy is realistically once the baby is born, and you now have massive leverage over the baby daddy to be able to say, hey, you're giving us X amount of money for the next 20 years. And that's my prediction. I think her parents...
Adam is trying to figure out ways to extort Blueface. Okay, got it. Adam's walking the Nevaeh's people through the extortion aspect.
And sir, I think her parents probably have some shit up their sleeve.
Well, won't you just ask the mother now?
Well, I don't have her number or anything.
She's right there. Nevaeh said R&B's her mother.
Oh shit.
Because she don't with that lady.
Her dad must be the black one because the white woman I was talking to was
Her dad's a Negro.
Okay.
And her mom is
not a black man. A Negro is like
he's a Negro.
what makes him that?
I mean, black people are Negroes.
Okay, I just feel like you're saying it like he's a certain type of guy.
No, I talked to him. He seemed cool. He's out of Indiana. Gary, I believe. Gary, and I talked to the dude. But I don't think Nevaeh and her mom is really on the best of terms. That was a Blueface move.
Okay.
So I don't think she's gonna talk crazy about Blue knowing Blue's the one that brought her out.
Yeah. What about the clip of him saying like nobody's gonna want you now? I was like, bro, that's pretty mean.
He said you have 2 baby daddies, and I'm one of your baby daddies.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna want to deal with that.
And he is certainly right. But I just came across.
Man, hell no. Have y'all been to a youth football game? Nigga, it's hella niggas who ain't got no place to go and ain't got no place to live, living with females who got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. What? You niggas, they don't know about youth sports. He said ain't nobody gonna want Nevaeh because she got 2 baby daddies. I know a nigga right now that got beat up behind a bit. Never mind. All right, I'm done. He do need a place to live though. In his situation, way worse than that. You feel me? Like, with all the drama that come with that, nigga, I would just sleep in my car. But he ain't got no car to sleep in.
To me, I was a little mean.
Nobody's gonna want to deal with that, bro.
What he's showing? Look, that's her with the knife right there.
Yeah, I didn't see all it.
Yeah, Krishan.
But did they show her out there?
Who is that?
Pretty much.
What is this bitch doing here?
At least she was smart enough to look through the peephole and not open the door.
On my day though, bitch? Are you for real?
Blueface is crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's such a crazy thing to do to turn your life into this insane of a soap opera for content. But like, I'm trying to put myself.
Is it content or is it real?
Okay, when in his shoes, like, there's been times where I've been IRL streaming and had 8K people watching, and it feels way different than when you have 1K people watching because you feel like I really want to keep this going because I'm probably earning a decent amount of money.
60,000 at the.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like when he's got
but you're in $500,000 of debt in your last case, and Blueface is up to 20 million plus in debt. So it's gonna take a lot of baby mama drama. Sauce Walker got just a little baby mama drama. You're gonna need a lot of baby mama drama to get to your situation, boy, because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, brother.
so many people watching, I can't even imagine how much money he's assuming that he's making. And then the crazier he makes it, the more clips they're going to get, the more people that are going to start watching. He's essentially like giving himself a raise every single time he does something insane. And it just like it really justifies him living this insanely messy lifestyle that I could never imagine. But at the same time, I mean, like, he kind of has like moved his way into the spot of being like one of the top streamers at this moment, doing a type of streaming that's way different than what everybody else is doing. Speed is out here. He's doing his crazy stuff. He's doing Minecraft marathons, whatever. A lot of people doing desktop streams. He's taking the IRL stream side of things, but then he's turning it into this crazy ass love triangle soap opera thing.
Yeah, but Blueface is desperate. He needs something. He needs anything because the amount of debt that man is in is phenomenal.
We coming through here, bro. We doing a 15-day marathon at Blue Girls Club.
Well, I did hear that. That sounds
going
crazy.
down.
Yeah.
I just got through negotiating it.
Wow.
It's going down.
Really?
It's going down.
First one was wild.
24/7.
But this one's gonna be all live stream because the first one you had to pay on OnlyFans to watch.
All live stream. We're gonna do some cross networking with nothing but content, but it's gonna be a kick.
And now that I'm thinking about it, why isn't Blueface premiering nothing but content? Why isn't Blueface on NBC nothing but content or NB blank, whatever, however they're spelling it? Why isn't Blueface on that? Wack has his own network and Blueface is on Kick. Interesting. With the amount of numbers Blueface was doing, you would seem like if he had that content network, people would follow it to that. Am I tripping? If the whole Blueface, Nevaeh, Krishan, Jane Alexis Circus was on Wack, they would watch it on there. Why Wack don't got to watch it on there? Because he don't got it, because it don't exist. It's up there with Incredible Diapers, things we waiting to see that we never will.
kid situation is gonna be crazy.
Wow.
You can only imagine the people that just might pop up.
Yeah, I can't wait. Sounds fun.
Have Jaden been saying anything lately?
Yeah, I seen she was talking hell shit about you.
Me?
I think so.
Again?
I don't even.
Damn.
Honestly, she's so out the algorithm with them that it's like I don't even give a. It's like seeing a random person talking about them.
Nevaeh's the new baby mama.
So now Adam is running a smear campaign against Jay and Alexis when Adam was just begging to eat her box. That's crazy. Oh, brother.
Now Nevaeh has the junior. Everybody keeps saying Blueface is the junior. How's his son the junior? No, Blueface is not the junior. Blueface's father's name, Jonathan Michael Porter. Blueface's name is Jonathan Jamal Porter. So in order to be a junior, it got to be everything left to right.
We can put the headphones on right here. Jaden Alexis responds after Blueface says that their two kids are replaceable and he's starting a new family with Nevaeh. I'm sure she's going to love that.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm pissed. My blood is boiling. And I think it's really funny how motherfuckers try to try me. Who should I start with first?
So Wack is for sure putting the police on Blueface.
The two prostitutes or the baby daddy? Who? I really need to know. So let's start with the baby mama. He needs to get that thong out of his ass crack that he be getting busted open by all these bitches talking about me. Did this motherfucker go on this internet and said, my kids are replaceable? I know you're not talking about Javon and Journey. I just know you're not. You better hope on your last day that you're not talking about Javon and Journey. You better not be. My kids will never be replaceable.
Well, those are her kids, right?
I don't know if he said that, but yeah, you definitely shouldn't say that your kids are replaceable. That's pretty mean.
I don't know. Did he say it?
He could say that she's replaceable, but I don't know if he said that or not.
I think what it is because she's telling them he can't see the kids. And I'm gonna be real with people that, especially people that have been to prison. We have this on-off numbing switch that we use to do time. Because if you're in prison all day long thinking about birthdays, holidays, this kid, that kid, you'll go crazy.
You got to push it out of your head.
Numb it and forget about it.
And I will say this, and as my girl is right here with me, it's really hard to celebrate holidays and birthdays and all that kind of stuff for me because I've done such an extended amount of time in jail that what do I tell you on every birthday? It's just another day. Outside of the kids, I don't care about Christmas. It's just another day. Outside of Halloween, the kids, like her birthday, I make a deal about. Valentine's Day, I make a deal about. Anniversary, I make a deal about. Fair to say? But outside of that, my birthday, just another day. She was trying to talk to me about something. And the only reason I even got excited is she said she wanted to take me to Amsterdam. That's the only thing that made it different. But outside of that, have you ever seen me get excited about a birthday? Christmas? Nothing. Because unfortunately, when you locked away, it's just January. It's just December 25th. It ain't Christmas. It's just December 25th. If you look at it as Christmas, it's too much. It's just September 11th. It's not my birthday. If I look at it like it's my birthday, it's too much because you ain't where you're supposed to be on your birthday. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it like it's November 25th, it's just Thanksgiving. It ain't whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. But that amount of jail time. But then here go the thing though. Blueface, you ain't did no crazy ass amount of jail time, nigga. So shut your 50-50 yard walking ass up, nigga. What the fuck? You can't relate. Blueface was out there on a 50-50 yard. I'm over here being empathetic and stuff and having a moment. Nigga, you did less than 2 years. Shut up. Shut up, bro. Like, because you made stupid decisions. Like, nigga, I'm tired of that shit. I hear that shit. Now we over here exchanging empathy for a nigga who don't need nothing. Shut your... And then you did all that just to end up jumping a girl outside. You want to go back to jail. You left whoever was tattooing your face and marking you as territory. You missed that person. You want to go back.
And if you go to you start telling this man he can't see his kids, what he does to keep him reacting or getting emotional about it, he numbs himself. If you've been to prison, you understand what I'm saying. If you haven't, then you won't get it.
Yeah.
Now he's just had a son that's his junior. And to the women in the world, names when it comes to the Negro father. I don't know about...
Why do he keep calling us Negroes? wrong with this nigga?
The Caucasian side or the Latin side means something.
Right.
You have a man's firstborn and he's requesting he be a junior, you don't give it to him, it'll create a mental block that he'll eventually get through because he knows his son, but it'll create something. But now you give a man his junior, it's going to draw him to that even more. Now let's take it to where this kid is growing up and he's hyper and he's healthy and he's everything that he like, this is what I wanted to be. He'll pour all his time and attention there until the other kids get big enough to come see him. But he's not going to let you use it as a weapon to drive him crazy so you can call the police and say he kicked down the door. So, you know, he ain't going to do it because then it takes him away from what you want him. You want him to be away from the new child.
Right. I mean, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
When I chose to have a kid, you know, I very much assumed that even if things were to go south with Lena, that I was still going to be able to have, you know, a pretty solid, healthy relationship with the kid, right? When you're Blueface and you realistically are choosing baby mothers who are going to use the kids as bargaining chips, who are going to basically use the kids as leverage, it just kind of becomes much less of a sure thing that you're going to be able to have a relationship with your kid going forward. So I can understand how he at a certain point has had to numb himself to that and just say, there's going to be chunks of time. I'm like spoiled in that way. I've never had to go more than like a couple of days without seeing my kids.
And that's by your choice.
Yeah, yeah.
That's your choice. But when you guys...
and I could live this wild lifestyle where I stay out in the club and with bitches or doing whatever, like where I'm not around.
Nigga, no, you can't let it leave your ass. Nigga, stop playing. Nigga, shit be at Drake house. Nigga, you start even acting like you could live that life. Nigga, you'll look up Lynn and be right at Drake house.
But I can't.
She be making that hotline bling.
Really imagine not seeing my kid as much as possible. But at a certain point, there's a level of crazy that you're getting from the baby mama. And I'm not saying that Jaden's the only crazy one, because obviously Blueface, I was mine. But it comes a point where you're just going to have to say, all right, I'm going to have to armor up and not let this totally take me out of my zone, that I'm not able to have the relationship I want with my kid.
Definitely. And that's what's going on. I talked to her about a week or two ago, and she was on some, I'm like, well, let the kids go to his house. I don't want the kids around Nevaeh's son. Yeah. I said, well, Nevaeh's son will soon have a little brother that's your kid's brother.
Yeah. And when you say that, it really puts it into perspective of why almost nobody would decide to just have a bunch of babies with a bunch of crazy different hood rats and then make a whole IRL stream TV show about it. Because it's pretty important for your baby mamas to be able to get along.
Well, you know what?
He's really engineered a scenario in which there's almost no chance of that.
Are you respectfully saying because Jaden had sex with the side guy, the runner, that she put herself in the category as a hood rat? I might have to agree with you on that. Because she sat here and lied to you.
And then now you over here putting Jaden and Lexi. Do you see the twist here? Do you see the twist here? After Wack just confirmed Blueface accosted this poor man and all this kind of stuff. Can you see the twist here? Can you go me a blunt, please? This is sick. This is sick.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
So
I think at a certain point, yeah, your baby mama can do shit that's going to make you just basically treat her like another thing, another bill you got to pay, another bill you got to pay,
another chick you wish you could push down a flight of concrete steps with jagged ends. Baby mamas.
You got to deal with. I could definitely see that, you know.
Or a woman
fucking your friends pretty bad.
Yeah, especially when it's like a sleazy, like licking shit off a table type shit.
He's that kind of guy?
No, he said that's what she did.
Licked his off a table?
That's what he said. What he said he did. That's what she said.
Jaden, I thought I knew you.
That's what he told me. I couldn't believe it. He like, bro, I said, man, I ain't seen shit. Don't worry.
Jaden and Alexis slurped the kids up off the table? It's a protein shake. All right. It's interesting.
Yeah, bro. I said, well, bro, why'd
you slurp my kids off the table? That's my girl.
You record her. He said, bro, she's looking dead at the camera. She know I'm recording her. She knew why I was recording her.
Damn.
Love you.
I let her watch Blueface hitting her friend, which is my baby mama, while I was hitting her.
That's weird. I can't say what I want to say because I'm trying. You see, I'm doing way better with my mouth, with my monetization. You ninjas are bundles of sticks. You niggas is European cigarettes. Like, what? You know, everybody knows what I can kill. That, what? And meanwhile, you just got Wack in the corner spanking all crazy, crying. With a transmission licking the top of his bald head. Oh my God. Oh my God. This. You don't even know which way to go. Right. Why are you going to the kitchen? Everything you need is in there. You niggas are weird, bro.
Wow.
Weird. I am uncomfortable.
Crazy shit going on. But with Blue, I'm gonna let
Crazy shit going on.
you know, if you think you're gonna mentally get to him, it ain't gonna work.
Really?
Bro, you can't play that game with him. He's not, listen, tit for tat. Oh, he got a whole lot of them in his back pocket. Let's go.
That's scary though. Escalating shit like that, going back and forth with your baby mama, like making it worse and worse.
And how scary is the check? See, it's one thing. See, with him, it's just a bigger check.
I know. And so he has this like, okay, I don't want to get into a big dramatic fight with my wife because it's going to mentally exhaust me while we're doing it. I'm going to have to fucking feel bad about it afterwards. I'm going to have to apologize. We're going to have to work about it. We're going to have to talk about it. All these reasons why I don't want to get in a big fight with my wife. But when you're a streamer, like literally, if there was just a streamer in the room, now all of a sudden I'm massively incentivized to get in a big fight. The thing about me and her though is that like when we fight, it's more about like emotional,
Adam,
real shit. It's different than the way that they fight, where it's like.
Adam says, me and my wife have real problems. Y'all got ghetto Negro problems that we don't have to deal with, and you guys sit over and have it. Your Negro problems will never affect what we got going on in our good white world.
Like, it's just antics. It's crazy.
Adam, you saying that you don't want to get in a fight with your wife when we're referring to the Blueface shit is equivalent to you saying, I don't want to have sex on the camera with my wife.
That's work.
That's what?
That's work. Okay, I see it. Yeah. That's work. Yeah.
You see it?
But
I hear you.
Nevaeh doesn't behave as if she knows that this is just her working for the day.
Well, if she knew, it wouldn't be as exciting.
Yeah, but it kind of feels bad if like if everybody in his inner circle knows, but then she doesn't know.
I don't think nobody knows. I don't think he knows.
They saying Bodine fucked Jaden too. You believe that?
No, I don't believe shit like that.
I don't want to picture that. Yo, that's grimy. Bodine, I hope that's just a random chatter.
I don't believe that.
Bodine had to check me at the baby shower. I'm not going to explain why. But...
Who? What you do?
I'll tell you after.
What the hell? Bodine? What Bodine?
Nah.
Oh, you talking about the one in the polka dot dress? She said she gave some head in the bathroom.
No.
The one at the hospital. Didn't what she say?
I haven't got head in years.
The black chick.
I haven't gotten head in years as well.
She said.
I just got some head. Never mind.
I said, wait, what she said? Yeah, he put me up on the thing.
I can see you looking at me through the wall.
You took a picture with her or something on the stream?
If I was going to pipe a black woman, I'll get a 5-star hotel. I can't do that in the bathroom.
Nigga, you was in a $65 million mansion. Bullshit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Every bathroom in that motherfucker, the bathroom was 800 square feet.
Wait, that girl said she wanted to top me off? That's big news.
The one in the polka dots.
That's big news for the unemployed.
That's Nevaeh's homegirl.
I know.
So she told us when I got to the hospital.
You seen this clip?
That's her. That's her.
Yeah, no, I know that's her.
That's to do that kind of shit.
If I had put in this woman, then I would not be sitting here having this casual conversation about it. Trust me.
You got kind of nervous right there.
Yeah.
You may want to take her on Plug Talk.
If she wants in the game, I can be of service.
She don't got no kids or nothing.
Sure. But there's just like, not okay. So see, look, Vlad is actually streaming the courthouse stuff.
All right, man. So that's the Blueface saga, man. That was a lot. Go wash my ears after that one, because this is, woo. All right. So I gotta say that. Back into this. This right here, boy.
You may want to take her on Plug Talk.
If she wants in the game, I can be of service.
She don't got no kids or nothing.
Oh, that's a big plus. In the porn world.
Oh, is it?
Kid'll slow you down.
Oh.
Kid'll slow you down is wild.
I mean, at least a little bit, you know.
Wait, man, have you been keeping up with this Tupac trial shit?
I really haven't, but
I don't know how y'all ain't covering this shit, bro.
But like,
because No Jumper doesn't cover these types of things.
What are we gonna do? Like, Vlad's there. He's got like a live stream.
Oh, Vlad is there?
I don't know if he's actually there, but like on the Vlad channel.
First is there.
Okay.
I've been watching on there. I guess they got approval to be in there.
I mean, okay, I will say this is that I have always been a huge Tupac fan, sure. But there's just like not okay. So see, look, Vlad is actually streaming the courthouse stuff, which is kind of like available to everybody. And he, I guess, has access to the feed. And so he's streaming it on his channel, which is a good idea. We should have done that too. But
definitely.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, Tupac is a content well that many YouTubers have really burrowed their way into. You know, Vlad was really
I mean, it's really interesting considering the fact that this is one of the biggest unalignments of our generation for sure. So the Tupac case will be something you want to deep dive into.
First, Vlad was the first person who had the bright idea. I'm going to interview every single person that had anything to do with the Tupac shit, and ultimately it'll like be valuable. And he was right. And that's basically why KPD is facing trial right now. But as far as me, like, I never really interviewed any of Tupac's homies.
None of that.
It's not really, you know, everybody
you dealt with, they was like, man, we don't give a fuck about no Tupac. I wasn't alive when that nigga got killed.
I mean, most of the people that I've with content-wise are more of like the modern stuff, not like a murder that happened 30 years ago.
They tell me Lil Durk, Corey, wasn't nobody in there.
I heard the opposite from Ross in his video today. He said that there was tons of people with free Durk shirts on.
Today? Well, I know I got a call last night. They was trying to get some people down there and get some people to work and give away some free Durk merch and shit like that.
But did you hear about what the judge did by accident?
Yeah, it said everybody pled guilty.
He said that in the courtroom and everybody gasped and like dropped their purses and shit. And then the judge has to correct himself like, okay, no, everybody has not pled guilty.
Hey, bro, it got to be a horrible feeling.
Man, that'll make you SHIT on yourself.
To learn the hard way when you're looking at life that your friends really ain't your friends.
Mm.
Or they're your friends just to a certain extent.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, when you think about like, okay, podcasting puts a lot of stress on friendships. You know, being on camera with somebody every day, talking to them for hours and hours. It's like at a certain point, the things you don't like about your friend's personality are going to start to seem very clear to you. Now, let's say that you were to employ your friend to catch a bunch of bodies for you. I feel like it would probably have an even more intense effect because it's like, okay, if you're getting 50K a head, I mean,
that ain't no money for no.
Well, that's a number that's been thrown out there, but
that don't even pay for your attorney, bro.
I know. But then also like think about what you then owe to this guy. You basically owe him legal fees for life. That's if you're somebody like OTF Jam who apparently has like, you know, dozens of murders, it's like that's many, many millions of dollars if you actually end up going down for that shit. It's like very unrealistic for almost anybody to be able to pay your legal bills. So when I look at it, I'm just like, how could this?
Well, it's a rich man's game for sure. Catching bodies is for sure a rich man's game. Should you choose to participate in that type of activity, but you know you got to be able to withstand, man. You got to be able to withstand because these situations are gonna, you know, be the catalyst of what these guys have going on should they continue to maneuver in this type of way. This is just what it is. It's just what comes with it.
Situation have gone any other way. I mean, if they didn't get caught, then okay, I guess they could like kind of breeze past it. But I mean, them falling out was realistically probably pretty inevitable.
I talked to my attorneys. I'm about to book Big U.
You're gonna sue him?
Yeah, I got to.
What is that about? Because
My girl just looked up at me. This is shit that I be talking about, though. You feel me? When I say this shit that I be talking about, how you gonna sue the nigga and you in his paperwork telling on him? How you gonna sue him because you told on him? First of all, he didn't convict you. He didn't put you in the paperwork. The federal government put you in the paperwork. That's who you need to be suing. How you gonna sue this nigga? Man. My man Edie out fresh said, it's Sunday. I can't listen to this guy anymore today. Hey, 100 fool. I ain't even mad at you for not wanting to take this nigga into the work week. You feel me? This nigga Wack out here on Ozempic. Yogi, I see you. This nigga out here on Ozempic. You feel me? Because you know he ain't working out. You know he ain't working out. Nigga, this nigga out here.
Back in the gym, you know.
Man, you said what?
Be back in the gym, you know.
Man, yeah. Yeah, because Monday's your day. But this nigga Wack on Ozempic. Adam is annoyed with him. R&B is AKA Brownie Deluxe. It's just a lot going on, bro. It's a lot.
called you a snitch or something?
When he was turning himself in, he said that
right.
The reason why the feds are looking for him, he got a warrant.
It's true. It's true. These are true statements. Nothing about this was a lie. This is a very factual, actual, and true statement, bro.
It's because it's Wack 100 and 600. That's what he said.
That's what it was.
Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pages of paperwork has come out.
And you are in them. This is what I mean when I say Adam's a bad podcaster, because you'll allow him to sit up here and speak all these lies, and you'll allow him to kind of like baby dance on the situation and baby tap on the situation, but you won't come across as somebody who actually wants the truth. And this is where I always look at Adam and I always say, man, bro, what's up with you? What's up with you? And that's kind of where I always have an unclear anything with ADAM22, because Wack is blatantly about to tell a lie. We all know the lie that he's going to tell. But Adam will support this lie, will encourage this lie, will allow facilitation of expansion and deliverance of this lie with no pushback. But then when Wack gets him upset, then he wants to start talking bad about him. Then you want to see that he's this, and you want to see that he's that, then he's not really this, and he's not really that. He really shouldn't be. Like, and then we start seeing all that. But then it's like, come on, bro. You feel me? Because Adam will sit on the phone with me, as we all saw, and be 100% aware of exactly what's going on, 100% aware of how the situation is taking place, and then get in front of Wack and be like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what we're talking about. Like, Adam, you got to have a backbone, bro. There has to be a better set of a moral code and a moral compass. If you want to continue to call yourself, oh, I'm the leader of LA podcasting. How can you be the leader of LA podcasting when you're knowingly allowing these lies to be spread through your platform? What does that say about your moral compass and who you are?
There's no paperwork in there that said that any of your arrests is based upon me and 600 on top.
That's not true. That's not true. Big U was charged with assault, and it's off your statements.
But what it has said is you were in fact arrested 2-3 times by the feds, took it in for questioning prior to that last arrest.
And this is, again, where I say where Adam falls short is because we all want to talk about this paperwork, but then when you have somebody like myself who's knowledgeable of the paperwork, Adam doesn't want to allow it to be platformed. This is where Adam will continue to fall short in his podcasting career, and this is where Adam will continue to never be able to make it to the next step.
Right? So that, which means you knew you had some situations.
Right.
So, you know, I sent word for him to clean it up. So, you know, now what I'm going to do once I file, they're going to look at.
You already said that you were going to do this. So why are we even still having this conversation? Because now that I'm thinking about this conversation out loud, you've already said that you are going to have this situation come across with Big U where you were going to file the paperwork and blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. So at this point, why are we even still discussing this? Why is it still a repeated conversation? Why is the content being doubled down on when we've already heard this content be expressed once before and we've never really seen anything come as a result of? You feel me?
Into it. He's got to show where I had something to do with his situation. And when you can't,
remember I was telling you about the LA Content House and they wanted me to be on the thing, blah blah. That's it.
Then they're gonna award me.
Uh-huh. And what is the point of suing a guy who is objectively probably broke?
See, Adam, I think down the street.
Uh-huh.
Way down the street. You might be broke now. Things pop up. Things occur. And when they do, I'll be sitting there waiting.
Ooh.
Life rights, movies, series. Oh, yeah.
But then this doesn't make sense because Wack, you just got hit with a $500,000 tax lien from the IRS. You just got hit with that $500,000 tax lien from the IRS. You're also indebted to your lawyers over $600,000. So how can you sue Big U? Hear me on this. How can you sue Big U when you are indebted $500,000 into the federal government and your lawyers, you're indebted to them $600,000? And I could just continue to go on and on and on and on and on. But those are two good enough places to start, which would make me a logical thinking, rational person, would make me wonder how you're going to sue anybody if this is your actual situation, because that just doesn't make sense.
He can benefit from his crimes in that way? Like that stuff's all on the table? I guess that makes sense.
Anything got to do with him will be tied up. Already being tied up.
Damn.
Likeness, name, anything got to do with these moniker of names. We got all 12 of his monikers. Yeah.
Yeah, because you yelled all 12 of his monikers when you were in the post. Now here's something that Wack didn't anticipate. They have all of his monikers because in the same case where you were yelling about being in the parking structure where he had your car surrounded, this is your story, you screamed out all of his names and all of his aliases and all of his monikers. At that point, they now have that information available, and it wasn't until you said that and it's mentioned in the documents that it's because the victim, Wack 100, was screaming this out is why they have the information, is where they're able to pick up and acquire these monikers. You are the reason why Big U's names are in those documentations based upon your own admissions of screaming those names in a ploy to beg for your life in a Flu Flammers, Code Douglas, and Larson moment. So that happened.
Gonna have to pay the $100.
He's gonna regret going with you. Hey, I saw a post going around.
Doesn't seem like Adam's taking this serious at all. Doesn't really seem like Adam's taking this too serious.
Claiming that you recently got hit with a $500,000 tax lien.
You can't tell me this nigga don't watch Trap News. You can't tell me that this nigga does not watch Trap News Network. You cannot tell me, because again, another thing that only I reported on. Adam. No, I don't want to work there. I don't want to work there. I was just gonna say let's talk some numbers, but no, I don't want to work there. Too many niggas go to jail over there, bro. Like it's too policia. You feel me? It's just too much policia. You know what? If Adam goes to Marathon, no, don't go to Marathon Burger. If Adam goes to Taco Pete, no, not Taco Pete. If Adam goes on to the smoke shop on 8th Ave and has a conversation with Scrooge, I go to November. That's fair. I think it's fair. That's my version of fair. I don't think it'll be his version of fair. But Adam, you go on 8th Ave in Slauson? Well, no, you probably want to see the Scrooge on Florence. But you go on Van Ness and Florence, and you can convince Scrooge to go up there and have a good conversation with you. You got me. That nigga's gonna kick your ass. Don't go over there bothering that man. Don't go over there bothering that man. That nigga's gonna kick your ass. Leave that nigga alone. Adam. This is a wild situation, boy. All right, let's jump into this and see where the situation finna go. Cut the AC on. How y'all doing with that room? You see how much longer it takes when you actually have to clean it up the correct way? I said empty. Did you guys empty that closet out entirely? I said empty that shit out entirely and then clean it up. Anything that's small, put in the bag. The clothes that you've already worn, it needs to be in a pile. The brand new clothes that you've never worn needs to be in a pile. And then the new clothes that you guys have that are still new, just not as new, put that in a pile. But you see where I'm going. You see where I'm going for in this situation. You feel me? It's AC. What's wrong with you? Oh. What temperature is it on?
True or false?
No, I have his monikers. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay the $100.
He's gonna regret going with you. Hey, I saw a post going around claiming that you recently got hit with a $500,000 tax
You for sure got hit with a $500,000
lien. True or false?
No, I haven't seen it.
For real?
I haven't seen it. Could very right be true. I gotta call my tax out, but I haven't seen it.
I'm not gonna lie. The person who tagged me in the post is a Wack hater.
Because I tagged him in the post.
It's like the kind of person who runs content about you like every day.
Yeah, they be making up shit about me. I be
Nah, making up shit every day. Y'all niggas be lying. Hey, well, Adam, you's a Wack liar. You allow him to lie every day. So I'll take a Wack hater. You allow content for Wack to lie every day. I run content to debunk the lies every day. We just two peas in a lying ass pot. That's all.
I be hearing shit about me I ain't know existed. I had one mother tell me I was facing jail time in Australia. I ain't never been to Australia.
You are definitely facing jail time in Australia because you had that situation with an underage girl. You are definitely facing jail time in Australia. And it's some pretty lewd charges that you're facing in Australia. Wild work. Wild work. The charges that Wack is facing in Australia are Jeffrey Epstein-ish, for sure.
I don't know, bro.
Wow, that's crazy. Did you see this Flacco video that breaks down what happened at Marathon Burger in Long Beach when there was this big shooting? Wow.
See how they bypass that extra quick, fast, and in a hurry? See how they'll go right past that and be like, oh, yeah, man, we're just blah, blah, blah. And then here we are now talking about a Marathon Burger where Flacco's telling lies.
Oh, not a big shooting, but one person got killed. And Flacco technically put that information out basically like right after it happened.
Somebody got killed.
Yeah, he doubled back and he made this video.
See how eager he is to talk about Flacco and how excited he is and how much energy he has to tell about these stupid lies. But then when it came to actually telling the truth, we had none of this energy. It's crazy.
Claims that there's indictments coming down for all these different guys. And he, through the video, he's got mugshots of everybody. He breaks it down with arrows pointing at their head, explaining how Black Sam tried to walk them to the parking garage, and these other dudes came and they lurked in the parking garage.
So basically talking about how Flacco snitching on all P-Nice's homies. Got it.
Rockstar 'em, they wasn't going for it. They wasn't busters like Rockstar. The Rockstar 'em, ain't no walking us out.
All I'm saying is that
what's wrong with that?
No, but Flacco's claiming that these indictments are coming, that he has advanced knowledge of it, and he's made this video as
Flacco always has advanced knowledge or something.
As if he already had access to the indictments. It's pretty crazy.
So he's saying indictments are coming on who?
They're saying they're coming this week from members of Insane, from members of the A-Tray Hoovers, I think, or whatever. Because there's
nothing got to do with Black Sam, though. They're not.
No, nothing to do with
nothing has to do with Marathon Burger at all. This is a non-Marathon Burger related issue.
Marathon Burger, thankfully.
Indictments are charges. I mean,
I'm not sure, but he's saying that it's coming. He used the word indictment multiple times, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was baffled. Like, I mean, it was kind of crazy when Flacco came out with the video about who allegedly killed Draco. This is a whole different thing. He's like, really seems like he has a ton more info than anybody else.
I know this. Flacco right there, he's working. Tell Game to
y'all working.
White label this shit. Nobody was arrested for this murder.
Not yet.
Oh.
He's saying it's coming.
With all them people out there, brother?
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be real. I don't know about the Hispanic community or whatever. I've seen the bikers stand strong and not say nothing. I have no faith when you got groups of black people standing around with cameras and violence happens. Somebody's going to say something.
I mean, you got to feel for Black Sam that as a guy who comes from a street background and shit, that the number one thing that you don't want to happen when you try to go legit and start a fucking burger place is that you just don't want.
Why do you guys keep putting this on Black Sam? It has nothing to do with him. You just started off by saying it's not a Marathon Burger related situation. So what does Black Sam have to do with any of this? Why? I get it. You need a headline. I get it. You need a clickbait title. I get it. You need something like that. But you guys just bypass the fact that Wack has a $500,000 debt and is in big use paperwork to talk about Black Sam not being alleged or around a situation that he has nothing to do with. That's what we're doing here. That's what the whole point and purpose of this situation is. I just want to make sure that we're all seeing this stupidity the same way.
On rival gang members showing up and clapping each other. And that's exactly what happened. And it just really sucks to think that like just young crash outs could basically take somebody who's like an elder statesman in that community, who's trying to do good things for his community and represent Nipsey's name in the right light, that all that could just basically like go down the drain. I mean, he's lucky that that restaurant's still operating.
He's lucky that that restaurant's still operating. Look at everything that happens at No Jumper. Look at everything. Like, this is when I say the level of stupidity in these conversations. Look at everything that you're lucky that you're still operating. You're lucky that your insurance still allows you to have that building with the man that you're sitting across from, creating fights and Royal Rumbles in the parking lot where somebody almost got whooped into a coma. What are you talking about? Like, Adam, do you not live in reality? Or do you just think that the community, or are you aware that the community you service is so without education that you're able to get rid of that you're able to actually get these things off, because the feeble-minded person who typically does enjoy the No Jumper content, the feeble-minded person who's typically a supporter of No Jumper, doesn't have the education that God gave the Elote man, if we're calling a spade a spade. So I said what I said. When it comes to the whole reality of the situation, that's the fault of ADAM22. That's the fault of the No Jumper fan base. We all know what type of people watch No Jumper. We all know what demographic of people watch No Jumper, and they're not the smartest. Let's just be 100% transparent about this. We all know the demographic of people who watch No Jumper. These are not they weren't the smartest in class. They're not the smartest in society. They're not the smartest when they're taking your order at Burger King. They're not the smartest when they're taking your order at McDonald's. They have hard times with communication and all these types of things. It's always a disconnect there. The education and the thought process is just not there. So Adam's so used to tap dancing around those types of people that he just spews it into reality and expects us all to just, it goes over all of our heads, because the No Jumper fan base is notoriously lacking, devoid of education and thought process and the ability to think their way out of 1 + 1 to equal 2.
I wouldn't put it
No,
past,
that's real.
I wouldn't put it past Long Beach to say,
That is real. That is real.
hey, we don't want you here because this shit's going down.
I wouldn't put it past the city of Burbank to say, hey, I don't want you guys here because of what's going on. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how does this even make sense?
Let's say it happened again.
I feel
Like how it's happened so many times at No Jumper?
like Long Beach is saying, hey, respectfully.
I think the only reason why it did happen there because Snoop's tied to it. He's tied to that location, him and his son.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, they like 30% or some black.
What does that have to do with anything?
Like Sam, Black
What does that have to do with anything?
Sam said that himself. So
Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
he doesn't need to give another grand opening and announce it. He need to let Laura London do it. It brings a different crowd.
Okay.
He brings out the streets, and with that comes confusion and conflict.
And this is what we're taking.
Yeah.
I would have thought that he
It just sounds dumb. Like, the whole thing just sounds dumb.
was smart enough to know that.
I mean, you want to have a grand opening for your business, you know? It's like pretty human thing to want to do,
But not that type. Not that used to be like a Johnny Rockets or some shit. It was another burger joint. You
well,
don't
the
want,
one on Melrose used to be a Johnny Rockets.
Well, I believe that one was too over there too, right? You don't want to, like, bro, like the one on Melrose had a bad. The Rockstar shit went crazy.
Luckily, the Rockstar thing was just a verbal.
Luckily, he was
ass
a buster.
beating.
Yeah, you know, he picked the buster. Bro, he had escorted the wrong motherfucker across the street or got the plan, it would have went the same way. They tried to escort them people in Long Beach, right? Look where it went to. You get what I'm saying? You know, maybe he, you know, I don't know. I think now, I don't think he's foolish enough to do that again. I would hope he just put that in the hands of the right people and let them do it the right way.
Right.
Because the way he doing it, bringing out, bro, the streets is over with. It ain't the value that it used to have is not there anymore, bro.
And when I'm watching the videos of the shooting taking place and basically like the guys going back to the car and putting on a black hoodie and sunglasses, and then the other angle of them like colliding in front of the burger place and just them basically like jogging over to the parking garage so that they can shoot each other. It's like,
see,
bro, do not ever kill anybody on camera ever again. Like you're just always gonna be on camera.
But what I'm saying is, you got to know who to do that with.
Yeah.
He got away with it with the crack star dude. West Boulevard is right. Actually, Rock, let me tell you what's so funny. When I'm talking to Rockstar homies, 20 minutes after it happened, you know what they told me? Wack, we finna go up there and get us a burger.
It's a good burger.
No, that's what they said. They didn't give a damn what happened to dude. He said, man, that nigga live in Arizona. He can go back to Arizona.
But
so, you know, hopefully he learned his lesson. I got to check out that Flacco content.
I mean, what actually happens though when you watch the footage is that
this, like, right, and Adam's actually trying to get to a conversation, and Wack's just talking about nothing. Like, nigga, we get to the point.
Black Sam is basically able to pull like a real respect move by talking to both sides and basically telling them, y'all need to leave, y'all need to like not do this here. And on the surface, it seems like these guys are showing Black Sam and his establishment the respect that he deserves there. But then,
that's where you're wrong.
But then the one actually has an ulterior motive, and he just goes to the parking garage, even though his car's not in the parking garage.
Who told you that's what was said?
I mean, that's what appears to be happening in the videos. It appears that Black Sam's telling them that they need to go their separate ways and that they're obeying. But then the one of them goes over there and basically just like lays in wait to kill them.
Maybe he told them they need to leave.
Yeah, he told them they need to leave. Yeah.
Now, if you ain't telling both sides to leave, that means you picking a side.
I think like the whole crowd was insane. Like as far as gang members and shit.
Wack is just trying to force a point that isn't there. And you can clearly see that Adam is not really going for the BS. But regardless of all things, here we are.
I think these dudes showing up being from the other side was like pretty inflammatory.
So you told one side they had to leave.
There was much less of them, but yeah, probably. I think he told the other side they need to leave too, because the other side was going to their car, and then these guys waited in the.
Boy, I didn't see one or two make freedom ring.
Telling me to look at your wife. It's kind of weird. I will do it, but how do you feel about the fact that you and 6ix9ine's clip is being used in the Dirk trial? It's kind of an honor, huh?
I love that clip.
You love the fact that your clip with 6ix9ine is being used against Lil Durk in a trial. Shout out to Lil Wack. I see you.
I love the fact that idiots are saying.
So you love the fact that your clip is being used in a Lil Durk trial. Got it. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Wack loves the fact that his conversation with 6ix9ine is being used in a federal indictment. He thinks that that's acceptable. He thinks that that's all right behavior. He thinks that that's the kind of stuff that, you know, grown men should be participating in.
Wack, look what you did. And I'm clearly saying, man, I didn't know the King Von was until he got killed.
And I was going to wait to say that, but yeah, like
look what you did.
It doesn't change the fact that your conversation and your open source reporting is being used once again. It doesn't change the fact.
What are you talking about?
You can look at what 6ix9ine was saying and say, okay, he's provoking us, whatever. But you're, if anything, kind of like hogging the mic to be like, I didn't even know who this motherfucker was. Like you really have like no role in that clip. It's really just 6ix9ine is calling for death. And then you're just like, hey, I just found out about this motherfucker.
So what about all the clips where he does have a role in? We're not gonna talk about those, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, on some real shit. I've always, not to say they're on the same magnitude, but I've always put the King Von situation neck and neck with the Nipsey Hussle situation. Meaning there was a group of people that followed him, right? Knew who they was, but they became way bigger of a conversation once they were murdered. Right? It's a lot of people that knew who Nip was, and there's a lot of people that learned about who he was after he was murdered. I had no idea about a goddamn King Von. When he got murdered, him, his mama, this person, that, you know, everybody is. So they like, look, what? You're in the RICO. Motherfucker, I'm not in no goddamn RICO.
You're definitely in the RICO. Your interview was used in a federal RICO. You're in the RICO. What do you mean you're not in the RICO? It's not how that works.
Oh, I'm interviewed. That's the first interview I did with 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
That's Miami.
That was a big deal.
That's Miami.
And when you watch that clip, 6ix9ine is such a different version of who he is right now. Like, he's talking so aggressive, screaming at the camera. It's like the old 6ix9ine when he first was coming out. And now, and it's funny too, because he's skinny in that clip. And now he's like fat and chill. Like,
listen,
he's
man.
like a totally different dude now.
Listen, but what's crazy is the real problem is one of Lil Durk's homies. Somebody is telling the DA that when Lil Durk seen this clip, he then was bothered and issued orders.
Yeah.
That's why they're using the clip. They're saying
because they use you to bait him, and it seems just like with the Big U situation, Wack 100 is being used to bait people, and in baiting people, he will, flu, flam, skull, Doug, and Larson. And that's just really what the situation is. It just seems like he will bait you into saying some things, and once baited, he gonna put your ass away.
They're saying that they're not saying, oh, this. They're saying this clip triggered him enough to where he said this in front of this friend to go slide.
I mean, 6ix9ine, like what he's doing, as much as a lot of people think it's in bad
doing his
taste.
job.
He's there's nothing illegal about saying, hey, you're a bitch for not sliding for your dead homie.
He's antagonizing and hoping you feed in.
There's nothing illegal about Big U saying he wants to do harm to an informant, but yet he was charged with assault on Wack 100.
To it. So this type of shit happens.
And you can't think of a bigger 6ix9ine W than you going on a podcast and just saying some shit for 15 minutes, like the whole pod's a couple hours. You spend 15 minutes talking about Lil Durk. And your words are so powerful that you, and this is obviously like not true. I'm sure Durk wanted to kill these people regardless or whatever. But the fact that that 6ix9ine, at least to the people, had that effect on Durk, can you think of a bigger W? That all I had to do was run my mouth on a podcast that I got paid to do. Well, actually, I don't think Academics was paying him, but that all you had to do was talk on a podcast. Like, when people say, like, I'm living rent free inside your head?
That's what it was.
What could be a crazier example?
Bro, listen, a tactic we all know. That's what I'm doing to the dope fiend dude.
That did come to mind right away.
The same shit.
So a tactic we all know. Police tactic, because we're saying this as 6ix9ine is being used as a statement and, a subject of character for Lil Durk. So we're saying this all to say that Wack is telling, I guess.
So it's like, when I heard, I'm listening, they're like, oh, I said, look, what you talking about? Why are they using this clip? Oh, a friend is saying when he saw this clip, he issued orders to somebody better go slide. 691. Now, 6ix9ine started quoting some shit from some songs talking about if you ever, whatever, what you was gonna do. He like, so when you gonna, he did the same shit to Young Thug, Gunner, and whatever. Remember, before I take the stand, I'll do this. One thing about it, he knows how to push that button. And this is a huge W because they was popping it about him.
And I'll answer to, there's a person ironically named Stepper in the chat. And he said, the fact that you think that's a W is why you're an outsider to this culture. Well, number one, I will go accolade for accolade with you any day, buddy.
No, that's 100% true because I'll go accolade with you, buddy. And no, that's true. Adam, the fact that you promote this kind of stuff is why you're an outsider of the culture. You don't have to take this route. You don't have to take this image. You don't have to take this angle. You can very easily just tell the truth, bro. You don't have to support all this food flammy, skullduggery, and larceny, bro. You don't have to be a supporter of all these larcenous individuals. You don't actually have to be an outsider of the culture. You choose to. You choose to put yourself on these rafts and these islands by yourself because you think you're being so edgy with the culture. But nah, bro, it's just cringe at this point. So I'll go accolade for accolade with you, buddy. And the reality of the situation is this. When it comes down to it, you forcibly make yourself an unwanted person in hip hop society. When if you just went about things way cooler, way more honest, way more transparent, and a lot less for the image of Wack 100, niggas will fuck with you. If we just being super 100 about it, and at this point, nobody really even had a problem. If we're being super transparent, nobody really didn't care for ADAM22 too much until Wack came around. Even after the situation with Community and BOF and all those dudes and FMW, because those dudes are dorks. So, you know what I mean? Like, nobody went against you for that. You know, a couple people might have been like, oh, yeah, we're proud of them and blah, blah, blah. But nobody saw any success or future with those dudes. Look at what they are and look at what they've become. Adam, you could have took the situation to a whole different grand scheme, bro. And you just chose not to.
But number two,
because you want to just, I don't know, you're just having a whack attack. And it just seems so unnecessary.
think about it, you fucking moron. 6ix9ine's, his goal was to make Dirk look like a coward in the public eye. I don't think that 6ix9ine ever thought that the things that he was saying on this podcast would actually be the catalyst that would upset him so much that he would do something that apparently is going to make him lose his freedom for the rest of his life. If you don't see how that's a W, then you need to go back to community college or just be a fry cook forever, because realistically, that's like, if you don't understand why that's a W and you don't understand who these people are or what they're doing.
We understand why you would think that it's a W. Because you're an outsider of the culture, you don't understand why we see that as an L. You don't understand why the real members of the culture see that as a huge L. Because when you only have people like Wack 100 who are co-signing this and all that, and he's an L of the culture, and I mean literally, Wack's literally a walking L of the culture, it's hard for you to understand. But instead of just taking some time to learn and to really get some education behind this, you go this crazy route.
Or what they were trying to do.
That's a fact. I don't know what
he never got.
I don't know why he's not getting why. You know what I'm saying?
6ix9ine looks so lucky to have not got killed in this, because if you listen to OTF Jam, he was catching infinite bodies. 6ix9ine could have been thrown in there, right?
6ix9ine was running around Miami, bro, by himself. Cars that got a paint job with 50 million. You knew he was there.
Yeah.
You see how they caught him at the gym?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like people didn't know where he was at. They had a few people kind of follow him outside his community. Remember, you had somebody fake pull him over like he was the cops with the fake siren.
Yeah.
So definitely a W for him. And then to hear one of his...
And the fact that Wack's saying definitely a W, Adam, you have to read the room, bro. It's really not even too late for you to get on the right side of history. It's really not even too late. Like, it's really not too late for ADAM22 to get on the right side of history. You don't have to fall victim to Wack 100 and his stupid lies. Like, that just, it just doesn't have to happen. You just really don't have to be that guy. You're choosing to be, but you really don't need to be that guy. And when it comes down to the reality of the situation with Wack 100 just as a whole, Adam, maybe you just don't know any better because, again, you're outside of the culture. But take some time to learn, bro. Like, really see what's going on. Like, really check in and see how people are viewing these dudes, how people are, and you know what? You know, what am I talking about? If you know that everybody in the chat can't stand Doughboy, then you are well aware of how everybody feels about Wack 100. You're well aware. Now, why you don't make an adjustment or make a change is beyond me. Not really sure why you're not catering to your fan base. You claim to be such an expert podcaster. I'm not really sure why you're not catering to the needs of your fan base. But the reality of the situation does continue to go as follows. The no jumper space can dramatically improve. It's not over for no jumper. I know a lot of people say like, oh, no jumper is over, it's over. I don't personally think so. I think that Adam just has to accept the reality that Wack 100 is more of a hazard than an asset. I think he's more of an asset, a liability than an asset. And once Adam can get away from being caught up under the spell of Wack 100, I think that Adam will go a lot further in life.
ODs or friends say
the spark no jumper needs is for Wack to leave.
Because of this clip.
But Adam's too afraid to go jump into the space where he might actually have to build a new fan base, or he might actually have to, build a new lane for his content base. He might have to discover some new people. He might have to discover a new this, a new that, blah, 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 this, and blah, 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 that. I think because Adam's so engulfed in all this drama and he's so comfortable in it, he's afraid to have to possibly step out and do something different. But it's nothing wrong with it, bro. Like the difference is going to be what the difference is going to be. You know what I mean? So just Go ahead and just continue on with your podcasting, continue on with your career, continue on what you got going on with your platform, and just let it be what it's gonna be and let it grow how it's gonna grow.
He issued the order. And this is the same order that they're trying to give him life for. Definitely a W for him.
Yeah, that's so
all
crazy.
day.
Yeah. And like, okay, just to correct more narratives, this guy, Woody the Cowboy, said 6ix9ine literally tried to have someone killed and then snitched, but is talking down on Dirk. How is it a win?
Bro, stop talking to people. That's what I'm saying.
But I feel like he doesn't understand how the world works. Is that 6ix9ine did bad things. He told whatever, like disrespectful things.
And Dirk attacked him about it.
Yes, and he got shit for it. But guess what? Our attention spans are very, very short, and we're not thinking about that when we're looking.
Because the narrative is we want to press the narrative for 6ix9ine because that's my friend and that's why I want to cooperate. Adam, brother, this is why you're on the outside of the culture. You don't have to be. Like, you're just choosing to be. You don't actually have to be on the outside of the culture, my friend.
Looking at 6ix9ine getting a W over Dirk by basically using a podcast appearance to convince him to throw away his entire life and career.
And they're telling me, Wack, you gave him the platform. No, that was Academic's platform. Yes, I definitely enhanced it sitting down with 6ix9ine at that time. And guess what? Everybody has so much to say for years. And I look up and all the little street dudes are begging for interviews with old 6ix9ine.
Who's begging for an interview with 6ix9ine? What are you talking about?
Yeah, to the point where he's done so many interviews that it's almost like, how are you going to get a viral 6ix9ine? Except like when there's new shit, like I saw he had the ACK had him on last night talking about this shit, and it was kind of viral because he gets to basically just claim this fucking body, or not the body, but claim the prison sentence.
And he gonna claim it and he gonna ride with it. He might frame this shit.
I don't blame him.
You know what I'm saying?
Draco the Ruler set to be featured on The Game's The Documentary 3. The Game's new album drops at 9 p.m. tonight and is set to have a feature from Draco the Ruler. I feel like that's the first person to get a posthumous Draco the Ruler verse. Obviously, like his brother and shit like that, but I ain't. All right, so No Breaks featuring Drake.
Snoop Dogg, Cool and Dre.
He's got RJ on there. Lit Poppy.
Lil Wayne.
That's so shocking. Snoop Dogg, Cool and Dre.
Why are you shocked that Lit Poppy's on there? That's beginning. You're outside of the culture. Like, Adam, come on, bro. You gotta be better.
Lil Wayne.
All right, man. So that's the Adam and Rat show. I'm gonna let y'all chat. This is Adam just don't be knowing, bro. Adam just don't be knowing. Hold on real quick, chat. It's a lot of things Adam just doesn't know. And he shows that he's just is very not aware of certain things, and it's really sad to see sometimes. But whatever. I don't recollect your name, but let me tell you that them heels really compliment your frame. Look at your body, baby. The way you made me, ooh, Then I got... All right, chat. I'm about to come right back with a new live.